Hey, yo, dead ass fam, this is lit. No cap, you're here at Nerds.
Facts no printer, everybody. It's Jesse back again with everybody's favorite Uncle Aaron, Jean-Claude Van Damme Mueller.
And I'm here with everybody's favorite Coomer, James.
Coomer.
I just learned what that
I'm
meant.
younger
dude.
than you, though. Am I?
No, dude.
A Coomer is
Coomer-
someone who jacks
Coomer
off
is-
a lot, I think, or something.
Yeah, Coomer is somebody who jerks off too much. But before we start cooming everywhere, we also have a special guest today that we're going to introduce. Very special guest returning to the show. Hit that music, Aaron.
What up, y'all? I'm hoping this is my cue, but I'm going anyway. This is Romulo Bernal, artistic and musical director at a dubbing studio called The Kitchen in Biscayne. I also do a little bit of a drumming for a couple local bands. And yeah, all-time, full-time nerd, gamer,
Streamer.
and, streamer, and lover of all that is anime. Thanks for having me, guys. This is always a blast.
Wakari
That's a professional introduction. Why can't we do that?
Wakarimashita.
I mean, shit. Like, that was too good.
That was
Yeah.
You could probably
Thanks,
cut
man.
that out and just like chop it up a little bit and make it not sound.
No, what we'll do is when he says we'll just each of us dub our own, we'll do his
You're-
job and we'll dub it.
Yeah.
He'll be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I am Aaron.
Yeah.
And I
So back to what a Coomer is. A Coomer is basically somebody who excessively masturbates on the internet.
Is that what that is? Okay.
AKA.
Yeah, I just found out yesterday.
I've been
So
a
they watch
Coomer.
anime then, right?
Bro, I've been a Coomer since 56K, baby. Let's go.
14.4 over here, bro.
Yeah, man. It's all good.
Rom,
man, it's too much.
Last
Not
time you were
workout.
here, did I ask you if you knew about the kitchen back in the day? The it was like a goth club. They
Yeah,
would-
I did. I remember. I knew about it. That funny enough, when I was told, man, I gotta put a pop filter. This thing's popping. When I was told about the kitchen, that was the first thing I thought. I go, you mean like the club? Like, no, it's a dubbing studio. I was like, oh, people would look at me weird because they didn't know what I was talking about.
My buddy
So-
went there for a fetish night, and he went to take a piss in the bathroom, and there was just a naked girl like on her knees on the ground with "slut pig" written on her forehead, with two dudes
my
piss
god!
with two
Fuck
dudes
yeah,
pissing
dude.
on her, and like they were like, "Do you want to piss on her?" And he was like, no, I'm just gonna go over here. And he like pissed in the urinal,
Shit.
It's a party, man.
bro. But I don't know. I mean, if you're a shower, great, but I'm not pulling out my little flaccid dick to piss on someone where they look at my little,
Yeah, but
3
you
inches
could
of
tell
power.
the little slut pig to do whatever you want first, and like have her close her eyes.
Well, I'm not gonna piss with. Oh, I see what you're saying. I was gonna say I'm not gonna try to piss with a boner. I'll be pissing in my own face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't.
Which
if
I might
gotta
be
pee
into.
And somebody walks in. I mean, I'm a little better nowadays, but like I get a little bit like I need to be alone when I'm in a restroom. Like I'm not really down with people walking in.
Bro,
Like, dog, I was in work this morning super early, and I'm in a stall right now. At my job in the front bathrooms, they usually prop the doors open, so when I walk in, I kick the door prop off and I close the door. This guy walks in the bathroom, opens the door, props the door open, then goes into the stall to get to work. This guy wanted the door open when
Oh
he was
my.
going to town, and I was just so mortified. It was ridiculous. I don't know. What were you saying there?
no, I was gonna say. The other day I was taking a piss at a Whole Foods down here. I went and saw a movie, and before I always eat lunch. And actually, a guy I work with was like, "I think I saw you at Whole Foods the other day." I'm like, "You did." It was Sunday, and I was seeing a movie. And every time I do, I get the hot bar. I eat, some. I think I got soup this time because I'm counting calories. Normally, I eat 2 slices of pizza because Whole Foods pizza is pretty legit. But anyways,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm taking a fucking piss, and this fucking 7-foot tall, gorilla of a man stands next to me, and I'm like, "Bitch, don't come near me if you can look over the stall and see my little shrimpy dick. Like, give me my fucking privacy. They don't make walls big enough for your big ass." Like, real
Have
annoying.
you noticed a decline in the troughs now?
Yes, because I would never piss in a trough ever. I'll tell you,
I never encountered one of those.
I have a
before.
childhood traumatic experience
real?
of that.
Yeah.
No, me neither. I don't think so. In a
I
bathroom?
went. My dad took me to a Miami Dolphins football game back in the day when I was like 6, maybe even younger, and I just remember they had a trough there, and I went to try to piss in it,
Yep.
and a big, like a old dude was just staring at my dick. I remember looking at him, looking at my dick, and being like, I am uncomfortable. I'm in danger, but you know.
I think
I'm
I
in
do remember
danger.
one at like a Marlins game, Dolphins, at like a sports arena. I
Yeah,
remember a
it
big
was
trough.
arenas and like I've seen them at concerts, but those were probably at arenas. So that actually, yeah.
Yeah, no thanks. Just pissing in
Yeah.
a giant bucket.
I'm not a
with other
slut
people.
pig. I don't go in the trough, okay? And you know what? No, not
Now,
to
if you
kink
were a
shame.
pig, you would. No.
Not to kink shame. She was at the right place to get pissed, to get pissed on. That's what that was for. It was a fucking fetish night. But if I'm in there, I mean, I wouldn't go to a fetish night because generally I don't have fetishes, and the ones that I would have would be, for me and me alone. But I explore those in private. And plus, most people that I've seen at like swingers nights and fetish nights are fucking nasty. Like all the people that want you to fuck them real bad are unfuckable. And that those two things are incompatible. So for me, I'm out. No cap, I'm out on that one. My ex actually asked me to pee on her in the shower once, and I was like, no. It's like,
Let's go, dude.
I don't get sexual gratification from it. And I was like, I mean, will it make you come? And she was like, no, I just want to see what it feels like. And I'm like, no. Like, it's gross. I don't want my pee on me or anywhere. I just want it in the toilet where it goes.
And then I pissed on it.
She was like, just pee on my leg. I was like, why are you in the shower with me? Because I don't want you to shower with me. I just want to be over here warm and toasty in my little shower. And then, yeah, whatever. Anyways,
What's up, everybody? We're nerds. We talk about nerd stuff. There's no major news this week, so we're going to be probably going over Moon Knight and talking to our special guest, Romulo, about anime and video game stuff. He's too modest, so he didn't say it. We got to pimp him out. He's the voice of Bakugo in Espanol, and a bunch of other cool animated characters and a lot of animated features and other stuff. And also, we used to be in a band together, which was a lot of cool. Also, I just wanted to say really quick.
Nerding out over him so hard. I love it.
Well, yeah, man, he's one of my good friends.
Oh, you're good. I'm just
One thing, Roms, I'm a bad friend. It never really clicked the Bubba Goes to Chaos thing. I didn't realize that's the band you would talk about when you would talk about one of your projects. And I was like looking at it the other day, and it's really dope. The music sounds like fucking Mega Man, though. It's awesome.
I would consider it like prog Latin music.
Yeah, it's like Latin prog fusion.
Yeah.
And
I mean, for those that aren't really familiar with this band that I'm about to name, I mean, most you guys are, but most people probably don't remember them. So I guess it's kind of cool now. It will seem original, but it's pretty much like, like a cousin, I would say, like a distant cousin of like the Mars Volta, because it's kind of like that. In a sense.
Wait, what's the name of the band?
We don't got electric maracas and stuff like that, but still like
the band's called Bubba Goes to Chaos.
Yeah.
Fucking weird name. Not gonna lie.
I didn't name it.
I think that's why I didn't.
actually.
I think that's why I didn't like catch on to the band. You'd be like, "Oh, I'm doing my my like prog fusion band," and because the name was so kind of out there that I don't think it stuck. I thought maybe you just had a stroke while you were talking or something, because I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? But I looked it up the other day, and it's dope, dude. And you're with the same singer from Falsetta, so he's a really good singer. He's very good at what he does. He's very good.
It's funny because he was kind of doing that first, and we kind of snatched him away from that shit. Bubba Goes to Chaos is as old as Falsetta.
Really?
Yeah, it's just as old. The thing is that, it's the same old story. You got some good project, and then just life happens, and some of the musicians just can't keep up. They get busy, and then the rest of the people are just stuck, just like, hey man, let's do stuff. And it's tough. The thing is, with this band, it was smaller setup. It was, I think, just 4: bass, guitar, drums, and the singer. Yeah, it was just 4 of us. So you would kind of think, okay, less people, less opinions and stuff. Nah, same shit. Like the singer, not the singer, the guitar player. The mastermind of that whole band is the guitar player. That guy wrote everything, and even some of the melodies and some of the lyrics. I just kind of complimented what was written, and the bass player's a badass and stuff. But yeah, the main mastermind was the guitar player, but it was inconsistent. He would we wouldn't hear from him from like a couple weeks, and then let's jam. Okay, let's jam, and then we jam maybe twice, and then he'd disappear again. I don't blame him. The guy has a full-time job, you know, and I understand how life works, but still, it's just that, you know, tried and true tale of bands. That shit
man, shit happened to the band we were in. I'll talk about it a little later.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to mention that, but yeah. It's
oh
pretty
no,
much
we
the
finna
same
talk.
shit.
No, we finna talk some shit when I get to
Pretty
my
much the same
thing,
shit.
But I guess we'll do weeks. I guess.
Yeah.
It's been
1 week.
It's been 1 week. I'll go first. Mine is very quick. So I've been playing a lot of MMOs lately. I needed a break after needed like chill style games after Elden Ring fucked me up for a while. So I started with Lord of the Rings Online. I had played it years ago. I played it at launch. It launched in 2007. And then I played a little bit after one of the expansions. They added a class that sounded fun, so I went back and I played that up to, I think, the cap at that time. No cap, it was like level 50, I think. And, you know, it was fun, but I just had a hankering to play something like mindless, and I remembered it had good music and it was very chill, so I've been playing that a little bit. And I just came back in time for the 15-year anniversary, and they had this whole event where they gave away all the expansions up to, I think, the last one. Because it's a free-to-play game. They have a sub that you can do, and then you have to buy all like the content packs and all this shit. And so they gave like 90% of it for free. So like it's got a resurgence going on, and that's been fun. Very, very cool. Very chill. You know, like I said, the music's really good. It's, you know, it's not graphically great. It's 2007 graphics, so it's like whatever. But I'm fun
What
with
is it?
that.
First person or like isometric?
No, it's third person. It's an MMO, so it's like World of Warcraft style. Yeah.
I was picturing like Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah. So kind of like that, just worse graphics, but and not action
Is it
combat.
top-down view or
No.
still from like
Over the
Okay.
shoulder. Yeah.
EverQuest? Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Resident Evil style or God of War style?
Like I would say World of Warcraft is the closest cousin to it. 'Cause It
Okay.
came out right after that, you know.
Okay.
Really fun. I mean, I've been enjoying it. I haven't done a lot of grouping or anything. That's kind of where I've been wanting to be, and nothing has that. MMOs now are just O's basically. They're just
Oh.
you just play by yourself, and then you just see other people run by. They don't talk to you. They're probably bots, whatever. So then I was playing with my buddy Justin, who you might have heard on stream sometimes. He comes in with James and I. We were playing some games together. Him and I have been playing Guild Wars 2, which is also free to play, but we played it back at launch. And I played until my account got hacked and someone stole my account for like a month. And I couldn't get it back until, you know, I guess they had to do like a check, you know, with the GM people. And they figured out that it was stolen and they gave me my shit back. And the guy had leveled me to max level. But like stripped me naked. I think it was like a Chinese gold farmer, and they just sold all my shit. And so I was like, I don't care. And then I made another guy, and we got pretty far in. And then, so it is the big thing about it is there's no holy trinity, so no tank, DPS, healer, necessary type thing. You know, like everybody can be everything. Yeah, it sucks when you get into
Right.
when you get into a dungeon. There's no like, I'm going to taunt, you guys beat it up, I'm just going to sit here and soak damage, someone heal me, right? Like, that's the strategy you want in a dungeon. When we played, I mean, I'm sure it's better now because people learned the game. There's like all kinds of strategies in it and stuff. But when we played, you just literally face rolled your keyboard into an enemy until it died, or you died over and over again. You would just die, run in and fight, die, run in and fight. It was just kind of crappy. And my favorite stuff in MMOs is like group content. Like, I like to do things with people, you know? But so we've been playing. It's been fun. Like, just it's a nice game because like the overworld content, like the outer, you know, the on like whatever open world shit is great. Like, there's no quest hubs. You just run around and they have like markers on the map where open world quests exist, where everyone can contribute. You kind of like go in there and there's a heart you fill up by doing like, oh, kill these monsters, or like they'll usually have multiple ways to build the bar and then finish the quest. And a lot of times that quest will then finish and a boss will spawn and you can fight the boss and you get extra XP for that. And usually like however much you contribute, you get a chest with like an item or money or whatever. So it's cool. It's fun for that. I just, you know, worry about the actual dungeon content. But I mean, it's free to play, so fucking YOLO.
What system is it for again?
PC. These are all going to be PC.
Okay.
So
Okay.
then I've been watching. So there was this game that was being worked on by this guy Renfail. I forget his name's Tim Jennings, I want to say. he's like a writer. He's been writing a fantasy book for a while, and he was working on this old classically styled MMO called Saga of Leucemia. And I'd been following it for years, and I wanted to, because they were having a thing where you could, it was like Kickstarting it, they were crowdfunding it outside of Kickstarter. And every once in a while they'd open their shop and be like, hey, we're taking, donations for, whatever you can back for $50. You'll get access to the testing, and then you'll get the game when it comes out. And I was watching it for a while, and then for a year they turned off, that buy-in. They were just like, we're putting our heads down and we're fucking working. Well, in that time, that guy and his brother, who were like the main creative force, they I guess got pissed off or something happened. They've never really talked about what happened, but they parted ways with the company, and that company changed the name because the guy, the writer, owned the name Leucemia, which is like his fantasy world. So they changed the name, but they kept a lot of the core mechanics, and they've just changed some systems and some of the lore and like kind of that stuff. And so now it's called Embers Adrift. And this last weekend they had a World Breaker event where they were doing a stress test on the servers. And they were giving out keys, but I was like, I'm going to put my little 50 down and get the game because it sounds like something I want to play. Man, I dove headfirst in this weekend. That's all I fucking did. I played like 12 hours this weekend. And it's super old school. Like, it is not for everybody. I would not tell anyone else to spend money on it unless you've played like classic EverQuest 1 or Ultima Online, like old school, maybe even Dark Age of Camelot. It's like, we used to call it sandwich combat. You turn your auto attack on and you make a sandwich, and you just kind of like every once in a while put an attack out. But this is more like, as you level, you get more abilities, so there is more to do actively as you're playing. It's just when you first start, it's kind of, you have one attack and like maybe two attacks. But I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I streamed it on Friday night to one person, which was me. But I wanted to just, I wanted to put it on. I wanted to play, and no one was streaming, so I jumped on. But I had a lot of fun. If you like those kind of games, look it up. They do testing right now, Wednesday and then Friday through Sunday. Basically, they open the servers and they allow to test, and it's very cool. If you if you want to sit and talk to people, like, EverQuest was unique when it came out because it was like a live chat room that you could play a video game in. You know what I mean? It was like you would sit at a camp, was what they call it, a spot. Like, you would go find a spot where some monsters you could kill would spawn. You'd sit there and camp it with like a group, or how, depending on how large, you might camp larger areas or a dungeon or whatever. But it wasn't like, okay, this quest says kill 5 boars, go kill them, come back. No, you just went out and killed monsters until you leveled up. It's like, just, there was epic quests later on. They had like large chains and things like that, but there was not this hub and spoke kind of design that WoW kind of pioneered, which WoW's great, right? And it changed the gaming landscape in terms of MMOs, but it also ruined it in some ways.
Yeah, very carrot on a stick. Like, do this, get this, do this, get this.
Yeah, this has like
baby steps.
Bro, last night it was so dark. Like, when it hits night, you can't fucking see. So I had a torch. I could see like 5 feet from me. I saw a campfire. I was like, fuck yeah. I start running at it. It's a goddamn smuggler camp. And there's like 40 guys chasing me. So I'm just running. And then I see these 2 dudes and I run past them. Some guys peel off me and go attack them. They used to call that training. You would take a train to zone, is basically what they would say. Like, so anyone sitting at the zone line in EverQuest would know, zone out so that you don't die, because what's going to happen is this guy's going to run all these mobs that are pissed off to the zone line. He's going to disappear, and they're going to attack whoever the fuck is there. And so I had to write in chat like, hey, if you were out in these mountains over here, I may have just ran like 40 mobs your way. My bad. And everyone just wrote LOL.
Whoops.
Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It really scratched an itch I've been looking for. That's why I've been playing all these different MMOs, because my buddy Justin and I love to play online games together. Now James and I play all these games together. Like, I like cooperative games where like we can rely on each other and play, like you need each other, right? That's fun. So I've just been looking for it. The big one I'm waiting on is a game called Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, which is Brad McQuaid, rest in peace. His last game he was working on. He was one of the lead designers on EverQuest 1. And they've been in...
What is it called again? Pantheon what?
Rise of the Fallen. They've been... Jim Lee actually did some streams with them way back. Yeah. He was an EverQuest head. So, and they have Co Carnage stream quite a bit with them. So they've been in development since like 2014.
Wow,
It's
this
been-
looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's good. That one's very classically tuned as well, but I think a little bit more modern
Wow.
than Embers Adrift. And then there's another one that I'm waiting on. So Pantheon's probably another 2 years out. It's been forever, and I kickstarted it back in 2014. It's
Wait,
like,
so this is already on? It's live?
No.
Or at least like no, not
no,
yet.
no. If
Dude,
you pay
this looks
$1,000, you can play
gorgeous.
in the pre-alphas, but I'm not doing that. I paid
Damn.
300 over the years. I bumped mine up to 300 because
This
I wanted beta access.
yo, man, this looks pretty tight.
Yeah. There's a stream they did a content creator stream like 6 months ago where they just brought in people from, so there's a lot of content creators that are like streamers, YouTubers, and they'll make, they make content about this game as it's coming out, about the lore, whatever. They brought in 5 of those people and we're just like, all right, play this thing we made. They made like a small dungeon and area that they're shopping to investors. Like they're crowdfunded, but they have been taking investments from like angel investors and from the right type of people because they don't want to get a big studio behind them who's going to make them change their vision, right? Especially since Brad McQuaid died. They're trying to stay true to his vision. So whatever, they let them play through that, and that was fun. You'll see kind of the way that the game works. And actually, one of the guys, Minus, from this team called Pantheon Plus, they're just a YouTube channel. He got hired by them. He does all their content creation now. He does all their like streams. He hosts all of it. It's pretty cool. But I'm waiting on that. And then there's one more that I just found out about recently by ex-EverQuest developers called Monsters and Memories, and that game looks fucking awesome. So check it out. You can't even back it. They're not doing any crowdfunding. They're just like 12 or 10 to 12 dudes that are just old guys that are like, we're just making a game we want to play. And it's like low res graphics, not like Minecrafty, but more like watercolory kind of. It's very interesting. But I'm really
Got
excited
like a
for
big
that one.
ogre guy on it.
Yes. Like you see how the graphics are? It's like it's a really cool style. I like it. It's not pixelated, but it's not like hyper real or Unreal Engine 5, nothing like
It's like
that.
a 1-800 General commercial or
Yes.
something.
Yes, it's very
Oh
cool.
my god, that's funny.
The gnomes are dope. But yeah, so Embers Adrift is great. If anyone does end up getting it, it's supposed to release this year. Probably towards the end of the year they'll do like a 1.0 release, but it needs some work. There was some animations that are bugged, and like it's not the prettiest game. It's not horrible looking. They need to add more like facial models and hair, things like that. But I really enjoyed what I played. I was pleasantly surprised. And then one last thing, I played Rogue Legacy 2. It just came out 1.0 release. It was in early access for a while, and then they just finally did a full release. So I grabbed that on Friday as well, and I streamed that last night. Had a fucking blast. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was curious about that. I didn't know the sequel came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
cool,
and
man. It looks really cool.
very cool. You'd really like it, Jesse. It's very similar to all the roguelites, but
Yeah, I mean that was the first roguelite I ever played. Like back
Yeah.
when the PS4 came out, it was free.
Yeah.
And I didn't really understand it. Where I'm like, I have to beat the whole game in one go. But it was brutal. I remember that. I might.
Well,
download
this
the first
one has-
I don't think it's on console yet.
this one has multiple weapon types. Like every class has a different weapon, and like it's very much that game expanded, which I liked, and it looks fucking beautiful. Like it's really well animated. It's really good. So I'm really enjoying it. But yeah. Other than that, I started Skeleton and Armor. It's pretty good. It's pretty goofy. Anime, and then been watching Goblin Slayer. I just got James. I know you're out on Goblin Slayer, but goddamn, I just got to like this episode. He does some fucking crazy shit. It's just super bloody. That's why I like it. It reminds me of what I was looking for in Embers Adrift, like just people just going out on little quests and killing monsters. But I really want to make a game. I need somebody. If you know how to make games, holler at me. Let's make a game. Here's my thought, right? Let's just make D&D the game where it's like you make a guy, you and a couple people spawn into a world, and you're like in a tavern, and someone randomly tells you, "Hey, there's some rats down there. Can you kill them?" You kill them, and then it's like procedurally generated. The next one's like, actually, down there's like an offshoot where there's goblins, and you go kill the goblins. And at the end of that, there's a boss, right? Like just simple stuff, man. It doesn't need to be hard. It doesn't need to have an epic story. I don't need to kill God. Like, let me just work up to killing a dragon, right?
God.
But anyways, yeah, hit me up. I'm ready to make a game.
There you go.
That's it for my week.
Sick. Alrighty. You want to go, James? Because mine's probably going to bleed into Rams's.
Sure. No problem. So yeah, like Aaron said, I tried Goblin Slayer because he kept recommending it. I mean, I watched an episode and like animation's great. Like, I was a little surprised by the goblin rape of the girl.
Yeah, that's. I had to put a trigger warning originally back in the day. I didn't even think about it. That because it's intense. It's not like goofy.
They go right for it.
Yeah. She pisses her pants, and they like laugh at her and like it.
Yeah. But I mean, so I like to like get behind my character. Like I want to cheer for him and stuff. And he just seems like, you know, big brooding goblin slayer, no personality guy. So I mean, I'll probably definitely give it some more episodes because it's only like 10 episodes, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
I think so. I think it's pretty short. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's like one big conflict.
It's just not really like, I don't know. I get into falling in love with my main character or whatever. So, yeah. And speaking of that,
well, you'll see in a little bit. Like if you know when you're done all the shit and you're just like, I want to watch them, put it on. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll see. There's like. The world opens up, and it's really the people around him. He's still always kind of like I mean, you get more and you understand more, and he gets a little bit more, but he is kind of like a hyper-focused, like Rain Man of goblins.
I think the big thing, too, for me is like, I'm so new to anime that like, there's just so much better things, I think, available from what I've heard, and like things that are hyped up more than Goblin Slayer. Not to say it's not hyped up. I've heard many great things about it, but I mean, I don't think it's gonna beat out like the other one I started. You know what I mean? Well, the other two, in my opinion. But yeah. So speaking of that, I finally, like I told everybody, got Crunchyroll last week, so I got to watch I finished the Demon Slayer Entertainment District. And man, I love it.
I have so much to say about that, but I'm not gonna say anything. You keep going, bro. Oh,
you don't like it?
I love it.
Okay,
I love
good.
it so. I love it so much.
He doesn't like it. He fucking loves it.
Yeah, I was like tearing up at moments, getting so stoked and pumped about the fight. Like I love their teamwork. Everything about it. The art is absolutely incredible. The progression of the characters, like. I like that they were leveling up mid-fight or sort of mid-fight, but it just all of it, like it's just so great. It's absolutely incredible. It's at this moment my favorite of everything I've watched. Like it continues to get better and better every time I get further into it. So yeah, I'm just blown away by it. It still is like just pummeling everything else I watch.
Sick.
Well, I kind of bounced off the first season. I really liked the art, and then I just kind of didn't care. And then I don't know, I got past a certain point. All of a sudden, I was like, "Oh shit, this is fucking cool!" Like once he started learning the water breathing and shit, I was like, "Oh, I'm all in now." But it took a bit for me. I was like, "The art is amazing."
Have you watched the Entertainment District?
I'm still in the kind of end of the Mugen Train, and I'm kind of bored of it. I don't really care about Mugen Train anymore.
Oh, the pain! Please, I don't want to talk about that.
Got it. Yeah, you gotta watch it. Oh, it's so epic. God. I wanted, as soon as it got done, I was like, wait, what? Nobody told me this was it. Like
that's like
I'm like thinking it's like this 24 episode season, and then I'm like, wait, what's going on?
You know what did that to me was fucking Jujutsu Kaisen. And it is like 20 something episodes, but god damn it, after it was done, I was like, wait, no, it's not allowed to be done. This needs to go on forever. And then the creator was like, yeah, I need to take a break. I'm having panic attacks. And I was like, no, but he's back now. He's working on it. So
yeah, I recommend it. Like I've told several people I've gotten into watching anime, and I still end up recommending Demon Slayer first. I think the beginning, it just builds so great. The only thing I will say that kind of I can ignore it because I know it's like the Japanese tropey shit. when she kind of levels up as a demon, she like more or less ages and her tits are hanging out and stuff. The little sister, and I'm kind of like, oh,
Yep.
come on. I mean, really, her? Like, could we not with like one character?
There's like the sword maiden in Goblin Slayer is this like lady with like a blind scarf on who like
Oh, I remember her.
has her titties out all the time. I'm like, why is everything gotta be sexy? Can we just have like, how come a warrior chick has giant tits? She would just have muscles. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like I just the over sexualization of anime kind of fucks with me because it's like the shit that makes you embarrassed. You're like, someone's gonna walk in my room and think I'm this fucking guy who fucking jacks his dick. I'm a coomer to this shit.
Right.
But,
I mean, like,
It's just Japan, dude. It's just their culture's weird and repressed. Not to make they're weird, but kind of, yeah. They have a weird sexual.
they got a lot of like, my sister wants to fuck me. That's all the time. Like, why? Why does the sister want to fuck him?
Sword art
I
is
don't
weird
know.
for that.
Help me, step bro.
Yeah, sword art's super weird. They like find a little daughter in the woods and then they fuck the little daughter in the house. But yeah, it's okay. It's just anime. We love it, I guess. I mean, I do like anime, but yeah, sometimes they do have sometimes it's like, God damn it, like the one time, the one episode. There's always one weird episode. That's always the episode someone's gonna walk in the room and be like, "What are you watching?" And it's like, just ignore this part.
I just like
it's about
smile,
dragons.
do the little finger gun, be like, it's Japan.
I'm beating my
Yeah.
dick to the Demon Slayer. God damn it!
I did text everybody in our group like right away. I was like, "Ah, the sister, like, come on." I was like, "Why did they have to, But whatever. I don't know if I go drums, Romulus. What would I go here? What's
You can say ROMs. That's what
Okay.
everybody calls me. It's all good.
okay?
Oh, wait,
you
I
seem
mean,
to
let
have
me-
some passionate thoughts. I'm not done. We're talking
okay.
Demon Slayer.
Well, it's so funny that we bring up Demon Slayer because I mean, I'm old school anime in the sense that like I would, I'm talking about back in my day. I was, watching Ninja Scroll, Akira, all that stuff, and then I kind of like dropped off of the anime scene because life. And then the last like I guess quote unquote new gen anime that I think I entertained was like Attack on Titan, but that was like back in 2013 when like season 1 first came out, and I was like, oh, let me see what the hell's going. Let me see what's hot, hip nowadays. And I saw Attack on Titan, and I liked it, but again, life came, and I just couldn't keep up with anime, and I couldn't watch. But then working in the industry that I am now, and the fact that we do dub certain animes in Spanish, I kind of got back into it, and I'm like, well, let me see like what's going on. Plus, I like to consider myself a connoisseur of like culture. Like I dig all the like new terminology as we were talking about before and what the trends are and stuff. So, I got TikTok and all that stuff. And so I started like not understanding the anime memes, and that was kind of like unsettling. I was like, what the hell? Like I love this shit and I don't understand what this meme means. What the hell? So I made it a point to kind of like watch all the new I guess what you would consider next gen anime, and mostly the popular ones start off with those, like Fire Force, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer. But I wasn't trying to like, I guess, jump on a big endeavor. Like I wasn't trying to commit to like some 4-season shit. I was like, yo, give me some Cowboy Bebop, like some quick 26 episodes and the story's done, like something like very digestible, real quick, because I kind of wanted to take on the daunting anime with Naruto, what I'm saying, because I don't get none of these Naruto memes. I never got to Shippuden, so I'm slowly chipping away at Naruto. There's like a bunch of episodes. And don't even talk about One Piece. I don't think I'll ever touch that. But I couldn't like invest in another long anime. So I started asking around. I was like, yo, what kind of animes do you recommend? I need like a short one, guys. Like give me a short one. And somebody pointed out Demon Slayer. And I thought to myself, oh, cool. All right. I just looked it up. 24 episodes. Cool. A short little anime. Let me freaking watch it. Lord and behold, that was just season 1. So I was just like, God damn it. But as I was watching it, dude, like I fell in love with it, man. It was so, from the moment the first episode started, the moment you hear Tanjiro's voice, I was like, oh my God, I'm invested in this kid. Like I want him to survive. I want him to thrive. So I started watching it, and then of course I started noticing the difference of like, yo, this animation is like next level, yo. Like
right.
it's like a nice blend of pencil drawing and CG. Because as most people know, CG is like really frowned upon in like anime. Prime example, Berserk. I don't know if any of you guys saw the newest Netflix Berserk.
Yeah, it was
So
very
the
weird.
Netflix,
I got like a migraine watching that shit. Like I got dizzy. I'm like, what's going on?
the Netflix movies weren't bad, but that new series that they put out afterwards was trash.
That's the ones that I'm talking about. Yeah. So for some reason, Demon Slayer masterfully like combines both art forms in such a cool way that you really, I mean, sometimes you could tell you like, oh, that's clearly CG, but you accept it because done well.
Yeah.
But the pencil drawing, dude, it's amazing. So fun fact, I heard, because of course I went down the Demon Slayer rabbit hole, and a couple things. So up to my current knowledge, apparently nobody knows the gender of the mangaka, the writer. Nobody knows the gender.
Really?
So that's not that that's like an issue, but that's just something that everybody talks about. Nobody knows. And number two, apparently, like the studio has like gone bankrupt because it's so much money to produce these
art.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen them, man, dude. These are amazing, world-class animation for just a regular episode,
Yeah.
So I think they're finally back in the green, but they were like in the red for a while. Like they had like lawsuits and stuff like that. This is what I've read. I could be wrong, but because they were just like going in and just blowing off all this money. And I mean, dude, you could see it when you look at the anime. It's freaking gorgeous, man. The colors, everything's freaking great. So yeah, man, I am like completely committed to Tanjiro and the gang, Nezuko, Zenitsu, all the gangs. Like I want to see what's gonna happen. I can't wait for the next one. What's the next one called? The Sword Village or something? That's the next one that's coming up. I think I saw there's already a trailer for the next
oh, is there?
season. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Super hype. It's called like the Sword. It's called the Sword Village arc or something like that. I'll see. I'll send it later.
My buddy Greg and I, we have a favorite meme. If you don't watch dubs, you won't know this, but when you watch, dubbed, subs, sorry, whenever they say, stop it, they say Yameda, and like every anime has a Yameda, and we like to send each other like the screen caps of people going Yameda.
Yeah, bro, that's so true.
And it's always like that shot where they're like heads down and their eyes are shadowed and they're like hairs in their eyes, and they go Yameda, Yameda, and they're like Yameda.
Yeah, it's a crescendo. It's always like that. Yeah,
every time.
Yeah, bro.
That's so funny.
But yeah, man, Demon Slayer for life, man. There's a couple of new gen ones. I don't know if you guys have watched. Like for example, I feel maybe it's me because of my circle of friends, but I kind of feel maybe again it's probably within my circle of friends that this has kind of gone under the radar. But dude, have you guys watched Ranking of Kings?
No, I've seen it on Crunchyroll, and I have it in my list. I just haven't watched it yet.
Dude, it is okay. Trailer super misleading. It looks all happy-go-lucky. It's a little kid, dude. No, man, it is. I don't even want to talk about it because I want you guys to have the same experience that I had. The only thing that I will tell you is that shit gets fucking dark, bro. And yeah, we know dark anime is dark. No, son, dark, bro. And again, the trailer's misleading because they have like upbeat music and they show Boji, the main character, like walking around all cute. And no, dude, I don't even want to give you anything just so you can have the same experience. I walked into it because, obviously the company that I'm working for, they were dubbing it in Mexico, but we were doing the subtitling. So I kept seeing Ranking of Kings. I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? Oh, we're working on that shit. Oh, shit, cool. And a couple of my friends were on it on the Spanish dub. So of course I started watching it. You support my homies. I'm like, yo, this is some fucking dark shit. Like, this is crazy. Like, it starts off, the first episode, it doesn't catch you. You're like, okay. The second one pulls at the heartstrings a little bit, like they always do. To just get you invested. And then it just, dude, it takes off. And you're like,
that's like, did you watch Rising of Shield Hero?
No, I've heard of it, but
bro,
I haven't
it's
seen
so
it.
good. It's another one that starts off like, this is just another guy gets sucked into a game world. It's going to be kind of like whatever. And it gets dark real quick.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, whenever you guys can, check it out. There's only one season right now, and I think there's about 22 episodes. But it's good, man. It's one of those animes that you're like, you don't know who the bad guy is because like everybody has a justifiable cause, and you're like, this guy's such an asshole, but fuck, I understand you. Like, damn, who's the bad guy? Like, I hate you, but I get you. It's really good.
Yeah, I definitely have to add that. Lastly, I started Attack on Titan, and I'm very strongly addicted to it. It started last night, and I literally am hoping we get off at a decent enough time for me to watch it again.
Season
What
2
season are
is
you
a
in?
tough one.
I
Season,
just started.
Oh
Last
my
night.
God! You've never seen it?
No.
Oh, I envy you, dude. Oh, to watch it again for the first time. Oh, you're in for a treat. It's good. It's good.
Season 2 gets. I kind of got really bored in that one, but then at the end, it's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I've
not
that's
finished
the
it
thing,
yet.
like people have been like super hyping it up over the last season here, and I've just heard people just blowing up over it, and I'm just like,
It's
all
good.
right. I mean,
It's
it
good
was on
shit.
my list, so I'm just gonna watch it. So
It's
yeah,
one of those
it's
that you should
sick.
put it because it's like a notch on the belt. Like, yeah, I saw
Right,
Attack on
right.
Titan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be one of those for the books. It's a good one.
I like knowing that it's over now too. Like that I'm
Well,
gonna get a finish, or it's almost over.
We don't know, man. It's been over for the last 3 years. It's like, all right, the final season.
Oh, really?
Next year, okay, this is the final
Yeah.
season.
Okay.
And now this year, this is the final
There's like a
final season part 2.
there's a
It's like,
weird
damn.
time jump, and that's like when the final season started, and I just was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't understand it, and it kind of tells you later. But I'm like, I still don't know what happened during all that time. Like the one season ends, and it's like almost on like a high note. Like we're gonna do something, and I don't want to say it, but it's like we're doing this thing, and you're like, fuck. Yeah, and then it starts the next season. You're like, but they're not doing the thing. They didn't do the thing though.
They didn't do the thing.
The thing. It's no bueno. But
Well, I'm excited to have something that a lot of people talk about a lot and getting the fresh start on it. Especially because like Naruto was like super hyped, and I mean, I'll be real, like the fillers really killed that shit for me. So
but bro,
Well,
one of the
you gotta
hypest-
you gotta get the list, bro.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to get a Naruto professional,
I
like
didn't
cater
wanna
the
do
list.
that.
one
Ah,
of
because
I was
some
like,
of
I'm
the
gonna watch it all.
one of the
Yeah,
hypest moments.
you're right.
One of the
You're
hypest
right.
moments in all
But
of anime is in Naruto, and that is when fucking Rock Lee drops those goddamn
Those
weights.
weights, baby.
Bro, I was.
He is my like favorite character when he's in there, though. Like I
Yo.
love
You know
that
the when
dude.
he's in the Genjutsu or the what is it
Shippuden.
Geni something
The
Oh.
Chunin exams.
Chunin
is it?
exams. Yes, they're getting
Yes.
for bro. When he drops those weights, and you're like this goofy bitch, and then they break the floor, and like
And you're like, it's just gonna get real.
you're like, oh no, oh no, we fucked up. We took them bangs for granted, bro. And then
Oh, bushy brow. I love it.
and there's some. I mean, even in Shippuden, once you get into the pain arc, there's some hype ass moments there. When fucking
oh no.
when
That's what
Naruto
they
shows
say.
up,
So they say that the Naruto, the first season, is fun, it's cool, sets the stage, and then Shippuden, that shit brings the pain.
well, even in Naruto, another super hype moment is when they're on their first mission as Team 6 or Team 7,
Mhm.
and they go and they see the fucking when Naruto turns feral the first time, that shit was
Yeah.
hype. That shit was hype. And when he fights Homeboy in the Chunin exams as well, and he digs under the fucking ground and uppercuts him. Oh, my God.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was just saying this. How the fuck they gonna hide? How they gonna say Kage Bunshin no Jutsu is like the forbidden spell, and it's literally 2 fingers crossed across each other, like the easiest. Like it's one fucking hand motion. Like how does no one do that by accident? If I was sitting around my house if I lived in, the Hidden Leaf Village in fucking Konoha,
It takes focus too.
well, it's banned because it takes your actual like your chakra, like it takes your life
Yeah.
energy in that spell. But he has infinite chakra because he has the fucking 9 tails or some portion of the 9 tails. So like that's the whole thing. But like they didn't hide it well, and it's the easiest fucking jutsu. Like what? Someone would do
Yeah.
that by accident all the time.
It's just the hype moments are just overly flooded by
Mhm.
filler with like Naruto, and the Shippuden was great, but like with that one, I didn't feel like the first little arc I've watched, there wasn't like a like filler, but it took like 15 years to get to the fight, and I'm just like I've seen you guys running towards the fight for like 3 days. Like, can we like watch the fight now? Like, can I have it, please? Because I know it's going to be 10 episodes of fighting. So like less,
And I will say,
less running to the fight.
Naruto and Sasuke want to fuck each other real bad. Like it's
Oh yeah, I
they're
mean,
like in love, and they're both bad dads because they love each other and they should just be together. But whatever.
whoa, spoilers.
Oh well, I didn't watch Boruto. By the end of Shippuden, I don't think they have
Oh.
kids. I'm stuck in the Infinite Tsukuyomi part where it's Filler Town, USA, where it's all just bam, bam, now, and everyone's asleep.
That's the jam, though.
Everyone's asleep, so the swirly mask guy, what's his name? I don't remember his name when he's just in the Akatsuki, but
Yeah,
spoilers. Well, I won't say it. The guy that he does a genjutsu that puts everyone in something called the Infinite Tsukuyomi, and they're all like in these pods in a giant tree, and everyone's sleeping. So there's like filler episodes for like multiple episodes of just like this is what they're dreaming about. And
No,
one, it's
no.
like, what if Rock Lee was fashionable and he's just got like a parted haircut instead? It's so dumb, so dumb.
That's dope. But yeah, that's it. I watched 3 animes and yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. I did not play any more Cyberpunk this week. I've only been playing pretty much Horizon. I did start Alex Kidd in Miracle World, man, because I used to play the Alex Kidd games on the Sega
You
Genesis.
saying they were throwback like Sega style?
Yeah, man, I used to play Alex Kidd on Sega Genesis, and it was really great. Yeah, and they're really cool games. Chang Gang Bong. I love, great games. So there's a new one, recent, called Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX, and it was on sale for pretty cheap. And it's very, very difficult, man. So I did play some of it. It's pretty cool though, but it's very old school retro, one hit death, like platformer, and there's a lot of like Rochambeau in it, rock paper scissors. But mostly what I've only been playing pretty much is just Horizon Forbidden West. So my opinion's gone a little up on it. So yes, it still does mark the map for everything you do, and it kind of tells you where everything is, kind of, for the most part. Like, for the most part, if you ask the map to tell you where something is, it'll just point you there. So it's very different to Elden Ring on that. So like Elden Ring, you have to like make sure, oh, I wonder what this quest is going to be. And let's not kid ourselves. If you want to do somebody's quest, you're looking it up, because it just doesn't make sense. Like the girl that you're trying to track in Elden Ring, when you're trying to track the Furious Finger or whatever.
Ronnie or whatever. Rainy.
Ronnie.
No, not her, but this other
Three
girl
Fingers.
that, like, the one that you're giving the Shabriri eyes, the Shabriri grapes to, and you're wondering like, oh, I wonder where she is. If you look at the path that she takes eventually, like the random spots that she appears, yes, she is kind of on a pilgrimage somewhere, but if you didn't really know, you would literally just have to be coincidentally exploring the world and running into this NPC along their journey. That I do like that Souls games do that. The quests are all different and all over the place. But seriously, if we didn't have guides or the internet, you would never see half this shit. Like in Dark Souls 3, you're not mistakenly going to marry Henri. You have to look up a guide for it. So it's kind of nice that Horizon kind of just has everything there for you. You're not going to have to worry about missing shit. So there's no FOMO. You're going to see everything. Aaron just sent a picture of boyfriend dungeon.
No, James did.
So yeah, so I have been playing it. It does play well, and even though it is kind of tells you where to go, there's no major puzzles really that I've come across yet. She does kind of talk. I think they did kind of patch a little bit, because before supposedly she would talk about her stash all the time, and it doesn't seem to be so bad. But you do have to be good at the game still. Like, they're not killing dinosaurs for free for you, so you will die a lot, and it's like bonfire system. So you die, you get sent back to the bonfire, pretty much lose your progress, somewhat, kind of. The game does have autosave, but I highly recommend it. I'm liking it a lot. I'm having a lot of fun on it. It's very large, but they do have a little mini game. It has its own like Gwent type thing, which is like it's kind of like chess.
Went.
It's like a game of chess kind of, or checkers, and you have little pieces, and each piece is a different kind of like animal, like, oh, this is a gunner, this is a ram. And I hate it. I hate the fact, like, I'm definitely not going to platinum the game because I'm not going to get every piece and play every one. I don't like when games force you to do that, but I guess it's cool that they add a little game into it. I think it's dumb they don't give you the option to play it multiplayer. Like, if you're going to put a little game like that, you might as well have a 2-player versus if it's like a chess checkers type game. I think that's pretty much all I've been playing. As I look at my thing, yeah. Like, last time I was like, oh, I played Slay the Spire. I'll probably play again. Nah, I'll probably never play Slay the Spire again. It's cool, though, but I'll probably never play it again. But Horizon's good. Other than that, I did get my dope-ass Bloodsport vinyl soundtrack in.
I saw that, man.
nice.
You be getting some obscure vinyls, man. That's awesome. Sometimes I like you unlock memories. Like, I'm like, oh my god, that's right. That's awesome.
Bro, I got another dope one showing up Wednesday, dude. Because I saw Bloodsport. They got me because of the advertising algorithms on our phones. Things know what we like.
True.
So,
true.
like, when I'm flipping through, like, Instagram stories, I just see, like, Bloodsport vinyl. And I'm like, bullshit. So I look up the company. I'm like, okay, it's Waxworks. It's good company. I look at it, and I'm like, just fuck it, man. Of course. Like, I remember the movie. I really like the movie. I like the music. I look up the soundtrack again. Paul Herzog is pretty dope at what he does. A few things that I like of what I've heard of his. And it's that dope, like, late 80s, early 90s, 80s synthwave. Like, it's fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme music, bro. Why am I not
You
gonna
gotta do that dance, though. You gotta do this little dance.
Of course, man. Even though I think that's Kickboxer.
I was thinking, that's what I didn't want to say, but still.
I think that, so I get the Bloodsport, right, which they're the same movie, dog. Let's be honest. So I get the Bloodsport record in the mail, and I really like it, whatever. And I'm thinking, man, if only there was a Kickboxer on vinyl, but I would have known. And then I'm thinking, I didn't know the Bloodsport was out, and it recently came out. So I look it up. Some other small ass company has recently put out the Kickboxer record. So my happy ass goes and orders and buys that. So I got the Kickboxer one coming as well. I will say the name of the company, though, because they mostly do old anime soundtracks, and it's like old, like legit shit, old shit like what you call it, like Devilman and stuff like that, and Demon City Shinjuku and stuff like that. So they're called Tiger Lab Vinyl, and if you look at like the stuff they got, they have like Berserk. They did Berserk. That shit sold out. Elfen Lied, but stuff like Vampire Hunter D, all that shit sold out. But they did a Hunter x Hunter triple LP, but that's sold out. So a lot of the stuff that does sell out, you got to find on the market. Death Note and shit, Wicked City, and people charge hundreds for it. Like, there's a Vampire Hunter D LP that is made with, like, there's blood inside of it. Don't ever buy records like that. They sound like shit, but they're like $500 if you try to find them. Yeah, they do that. They did that for Friday the 13th, where it's like a glow in the dark record. When if you move it, like, there's blood inside. Those things sound like trash. That they don't press right. But that's that. And then last thing, so I know I had leaked it on the Nerds page before, but I had realized that for the band that Rams and I were in a band called Enter the Crown, and we had done this music video like 2.5-3 years ago by now that we were supposed to release like 2 years ago. And, you know, the whole band fell apart after COVID and shit. The band didn't really fall apart. One fool took his ball and went home and fucking just quit and deleted. This fucking asshole deleted everything. Like, that's why you got to be really careful, guys, when you have a group effort, project, or business, and you have multiple people that all have access to all of the passwords, all of the accounts, all of the Facebook, all of the Instagram, all of the PayPal, all of the Spotify, because this one asshole just, like, got pissed, quit, and deleted everything. and he was the only one who had the masters to the music. That's why like the mixes that I was able to share on the podcast before, they're all like unmixed, unfinal versions of the songs. They still sound good, but like we made the mistake of just letting one guy kind of hold everything, and this fucking asshole like just kind of like threw a tantrum and deleted everything. But I realized like, hey man, I got this video here, so I went ahead and I just like I put it on my Instagram and on my Facebook. It had originally been on the Nerds page. I'd posted it there so I could put it out, but not like it get everywhere and shit. So yeah, so I leaked it out officially on my stuff and whatever. You know, you can catch it all at Jester954 on the Instagram or Facebook. And that was nice. It was nice to like get that out there and like I had forgotten that like a lot of people who were waiting to see that didn't see it.
Yeah.
And it also let me realize that, and it's fine. It's kind of like when you watch YouTube and you hear a creator go, "Hey guys, if you really could just like and subscribe because even though I get 100,000 views, it kind of looks like only 2% of you are subscribed to me." Like it shows you, because I realized a lot of people that I know and we know through Nerds, we're still like, I've never seen this. And I'm like, I posted it on the Nerds thing. But I realized like, well, it's fine. Like you can't like, I'm not going to question people and be like, but do you follow Nerds? Like,
Right.
just, you know, letting everybody know, if you ever do want to be engaged with the stuff that you listen to or watch, like try not to like shill ourselves, but like, you know, follow the shit you like. I know that a big part of like why people don't is because they're like afraid of spam shit. Like, and it does suck to have to like go into my like, so like some people don't want Twitch texting them every time someone goes online, but like I just take the time to like go on my Twitch and like turn off notifications, except like for stuff I like. Like it'll tell me whenever Nerds goes on, obviously, because I want to know if any of us ever go on and stuff like that. But then again, I do know it's annoying. Like I don't need to know every time Capcom Fighters goes live because they do it every fucking night, and I don't need a text. But anyways, I did notice that it was nice to get it back out there and people to see it again, and that made me realize with even like the tracks and stuff. So once I figure out, I know it's not that difficult. I'm just gonna make a public Dropbox. Oh yeah, Roms. What I'm doing is I'm just gonna make a public Dropbox and put the EP in that shit. Because I'm not going to put it on any kind of streaming service because I feel like that's a little step over. Even though that dude who's an asshole, we have a song on Spotify, he has access to like probably the $3 we've made. And it's not like I'm saying split that $3 fucking 5 ways, but it still is kind of rude. But like I'm not going to go put those tracks on like a streaming service. So I'll probably just give them away in a fucking open Dropbox, or maybe just put a static image behind and just make them videos and put them on YouTube or some shit. So I finally like leaked the Enter the Crown shit kind of, and it was nice though to get some love from that. And then I mean I got a couple of metal artists already hit me up sending me some tracks and kind of want me to. I'm thinking of getting back into like doing music and shit again because I kind of haven't been creative for the last 2 years other than the podcast. But I don't really see this as like a creative endeavor because I'm not really creating. We're just like being. Like I don't sit down and write bits for the podcast or come up with funny shit for it. I guess we are creating by doing, but I haven't actually made anything. So I do have like some local musicians who've sent me some shit, and I'm looking at it. I mean, I still have dope music, Rom, that you sent me with Vish, and I have stuff that Lewis sent me before old Enter the Crown guitar player, which I never did anything with. So I'm thinking of actually going back and doing that because I remember that I do that, and I do know how to do that, and it's kind of a shame to like not do it. And I do miss doing music and stuff. But we'll see. We'll see if I can actually get off my shit and actually do it. But that's it. That's pretty much it. Rami Low, if you want to remind everybody the type of shit you do, what have you been playing? I'm pretty sure you can't really tell us what you're working on because that's all secret stuff until it releases. But like, yeah, what you've been up to since the last time you've been on, and what are you playing recently?
I guess as far as games, I'm currently playing 3. First of all, Elden Ring, of course, is an ongoing one.
Have you beat it yet?
No, I'm trying to. I'm honestly, I'm not. I mean, I do look at some guys when there's certain pieces of armor that I want to find that I just can't figure it out. But for the most part, I'm kind of just serendipitously exploring the map and finding stuff, and it feels pretty cool. Running into new areas, I'm like, oh my god, I've never been here. Feels pretty cool.
Well, how far are you? Because Rami is another son, bro. Like we are. How far do you think you're? Like, what's the last major boss thing you fought?
I don't even know their names, bro. But yesterday I did a big advance. I went with my friend.
Guy with wings, buddy, or something like that.
Okay, guy that looks like the first boss is one of the first boss's brother. He has the cane and the golden hammer guy.
Margit and Morgott.
The second one, not the first
Morgott.
one. The one that you fight later in the game. Yeah,
the first one's Margit, the next one's Morgott.
Okay, I just freaking beat him.
Right
now I'm exploring.
They're the same person, by the way.
I've already opened up the bottom underground area. I've already done the farming shit with a bird falling off the cliff and shit. So I've been doing that shit. I've been doing that shit. Because I thought I wanted the Rune Greatsword. I think that was called Ruin. But
yeah.
I don't think I have the resources to take it to the blacksmith, and I have I think it's called the Iron Cleaver, the one that you get from those weird flying troll guys. Mm-hmm. I have that bad boy freaking with a goddamn lightning attribute on it, and it's at plus 18, and it's doing massive damage. And when I put the Ruin Greatsword, even though I have all the requisites, it's not doing not even a fourth and shit. So I'm just like, I probably gotta level it up. And I'm doing fine, so I'm probably just gonna keep that cleaver for a bit. But other than that, yeah, just farming and exploring, having a good time. I will tell you one thing. I have a YouTube channel strictly for video game clips that I upload, whether it be funny moments, playing in co-op. Which is funny. Side note, Aaron, I identify with you completely. Lately now at my age, whenever I look for a new game, sometimes the deal breaker is if it's co-op or not, because that's what I look for. I just want to play with my friends. I don't mind.
That's all I
first
want.
Player, single player games, but the majority, I'm like, oh, is it co-op? How many? Is it 4? It's gotta be at least 4. Which I don't know if you guys know. I'm pretty sure maybe you do the Turtles in Time shit. I'm anxious,
Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
Woo! Waiting for that
Shredder's
one.
Revenge is gonna be
Straight
cool.
up 4-player beat 'em up. Oh,
Yep.
I'm all in. So yeah, it's funny. Because I was saying, I have a YouTube channel where I just upload. I don't even make it public. It's only has 5 followers, and they're all my friends that I game with. And I just upload, just funny clips I find that are stored in my PS4, whether it's a funny conversation, a cool ass fight, whatever. And dude, I recently uploaded this battle that I had. I think it's one of the dragons in Lurnia. Lurnia is that level where the water, right, with the mud, where it's okay, so that sleeping dragon in that little pyramid rocks thing.
Uh-huh.
Well, I fought that shit on a horse. I fought it, bro, a bunch of times. I kept dying, but on probably the 9th or 10th attempt, I beat him. And by that time, I knew his pattern and stuff. And I saved the video. And it's funny because when I was in the moment, I'm just like, oh, this is cool, whatever. Dude, when I played that video back, dude, I was set aback. I was like, man, looking at that, and I was like, dude, how far we've come fucking video games, dude. Back in the day, I had to imagine this shit as I was turn-basing a dragon in Final Fantasy 2 at 8-bit. You know what I'm saying? It's 8-bit, but in my mind, I saw it like that, And now, to watch this video, man, I'm just dude, it's a fucking movie, yo. This is insane, bro. This is insane how far we've come. It just blew my mind. So that was very moving on my end. Now, as far as other games, I'm playing a game called Infernax. If you guys are familiar with it,
I've heard of it.
It's a platformer. It's very Castlevania, Metroid-ish, where you're this paladin that.
It's on Game Pass.
Okay, check it out. I recommend it. It's very cool because it has choices. Oh, you gotta make choices, and depending on the choices that you make, it affects the ending and stuff like that. But it's cool. It's same deal. It's platformer, Metroidvania-ish. You level up your weapons, you level up your spells and stuff. The boss fights are pretty cool and intricate. It's side-scroll platformer. It kind of looks very Castlevania, Simon's Quest type stuff, but of course, in next gen, or what I like to call 4K 8-bit. But what's funny? There's a scene in the game, and I told myself, I think only old school gamers will get caught by this gag. So there's a portion in the game because, like I said, it's very nostalgic, very love lettery to a lot of like the 8-bit platformer games that we played back in the day. And there's a part in the game where you run into a dead end, but it's set up in the way like you guys remember Simon's Quest when you reach that dead end and you have to like kneel for the little tornado to pick you up? Okay, so there's a similar area in the game that looks just like that. Now, I feel like gamers of today would just, dead end, they'll dip, whatever. Dude, I actually went and I kneeled, and the game punishes you for that shit. Like a tornado actually comes out and fucking kills you. And it doesn't take a life, but it kind of like warns you, and it's like a nod to the old school players. And I was like, dude, like only old school players will get caught by this because like the new school players wouldn't know what to do. So, but anyways, check it out. It's called Infernax. It's really fun. It's obviously single player. It's kind of RPG-ish.
I did see that. It's pretty recent. It came out
recent.
last month, I think. Yeah, I was thinking of buying it.
He got it to me for my birthday, and I was like, oh shit, I'll give it a shot. And dude, I love it, man. It's cool. It's very like choice based. Like,
yeah, it looks like old school Ghosts and Goblins. No, like old school Castlevania.
It looks like Castlevania.
Castlevania with a Ghost and Goblins because the guy is exactly. He's like a knight. He's like a paladinish.
I'm installing it now.
You get different weapons. Nice. You get different spells. It's really, really fun, bro. It's I think you guys will like it. You'll appreciate it.
Fuck yeah!
So
I'll probably pick it up.
I'm playing that one. I'm also, since I do a live stream at Twitch a lot. I've been what I like to say. I'm like educating the community because a lot of the people that watch me on Twitch, they're different generation, you know, and it's always that I kind of always gauge people's level of gaming when I'm like, all right, bro, what's your favorite Final Fantasy game? And they're like, Final Fantasy VII, bro. And I'm like, awesome, that's a badass game. But you understand that there's a whole culture that existed before that game. Same thing, same gauge, the same barometer is like, what's your favorite Castlevania? What's the best one? Symphony of the Night, bro. It's like, okay, cool, but you know, there's a bunch of other Castlevania games that existed before that one. So I made it a point to play like all the pixel remasters because Square did like this little pixel remaster. It's fucking clever ass motherfuckers, bro. That nostalgia dollar, bro. Of course, I have like 8 versions of Final Fantasy VII: the mobile, the laptop one, the iPad one. They always get me. I always fucking buy it. But they did what's called the pixel remaster for I think Final Fantasy. I think it's 1 through 6. Yeah, and it's basically the same games, but obviously the sprites are kind of reformatted so they fit in a high definition TV. So now, you know, you can play it at like 1920 by whatever and it still look crisp. It's still 8-bit, but they're not going to be like stretched out as if you were to, you know, try to, you know, expand like the emulator with the original graphics, you know. It actually, it's like reformatted. The music, oh my god, that's like the selling point for me. The music is remastered, bro, but like I think they used, I don't know. With today's technology, it's hard to guess, but it sounds like real musicians. Like they use a real fucking orchestra to do all this shit. So all these timeless tunes that were like that are so close to my heart and shit. Like I'm listening to them again, like remastered with like real instruments. So that's just fucking amazing. So I played part 4, which is I guess part 2 here in the US.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, man, that's the one that hooked me. I played that one. And I played it for the community, and they fucking loved it. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna bore these fucking kids. No, they loved it because now, not only that, but since the majority of my community speaks Spanish, these fucking games have a Spanish text. So like they can understand like what the hell's going on, you know. And I don't have to like translate. Okay, this guy just said this. No, you know, Rydia, her family, her mother, we just killed her mom. Like they can read it, and like they know what's going on. So I don't have to do much. Of course, I add a little spice on it, and I like voice act all the different characters just to be funny, and they love it. But the point is that like these kids have never even thought these games existed, and now like they're enjoying them. And to me that's cool, you know, because like I get to, you know, quote unquote educate the youth and shit. But that's kind of what I'm doing, and we already did 4. I kind of left 5 hanging because I never really got into it, but I played it because I was anticipating 6 because 6 wasn't out yet. So I still got to return to that one, but 6 came out. I'm already in the World of Ruin, man.
That game's great.
That's my favorite Final Fantasy of all time.
It's my favorite.
Whenever anybody asks me, without fail, without even hesitation, Final Fantasy 6. And that's
probably my favorite. That 6, 8, 9. I love
8
12.
is oh my god, yes, bro, 8, bro. Dude, people, the squall, the gun, dude. 8 is the shit,
Dude,
bro. I
Squall's
feel
the
like it's
shit.
underrated, bro.
He's
I
the
feel like
best.
it's I love 8.
He's the best looking guy here.
I think the problem is though is what I've heard is that the enemies level with you the whole game.
That and
So-
the thing that people hated the most was the
spell,
magic drawing.
Yeah, the magic drawing. I didn't care. I looked past it, bro. I liked it.
Yeah,
But-
I really like that one too.
But yeah, so we're currently playing Final Fantasy VI, and the kids are loving it. They're enjoying it, and but yeah, bro, the soundtracks. I bought the soundtrack, and if it comes out in vinyl, I'm waiting for that shit. I don't know, Jesse, if you know whatever
Man,
your vinyl hookups
Final
are.
Fantasy
let me know, bro.
is hard.
There it is, right?
You went to the damn Final Fantasy Orchestra concert
And I got
you
that
had
one.
access.
And I got that one, but they don't.
Well, there's
have
4
part
of them.
6, bro. They don't have part 6, bro. I need to get the part 6.
So they don't have them by game.
My
Right,
only-
it's just whatever the set.
They're
list is.
compilations. You
Exactly.
can find one. You can find some for like you can find like the 7 remake is pretty rare and it's gonna cost you like $200.
Shit.
And you can find like 10, but it's a picture disc, and you're gonna pay like $100 for it. I would really like to have the soundtrack for 10. Also, there's selected tracks because the soundtracks are so long they don't press them all. Square's a little bit weird with it, but you just go to the Square Enix official website. Every now and then they'll repress what you have. Those things are called Distant Worlds, which are
Yes,
compilations.
Yes.
I think there's like 4 or 5 of them, and then there's like
I have
some
one of
other
them.
one.
I definitely have one of them.
Yeah. Take care of it because those things they're valuable and they're hard to come by.
Nice. But the
My-
moment
the
the
only-
6th one drops, I'm all over that shit.
The only thing I don't like about 6 is that Kefka's not the boss always. You know, like I wish he stayed the bad guy.
I mean, he's the final boss.
Yeah, but there's like that period of time where he's like, you know, what's the other dude's name? That's like
Gestalt, I think.
Yeah,
Gestalt.
Gestalt. I was
Emperor
like-
Gestalt, yeah.
I just want Kefka forever.
Dude, he, in my opinion, I think I read a couple of forums and a lot of people would agree, the most ruthless villain in all of Final. Sephiroth, I'm sorry, bro, sit down. You're awesome.
Yeah,
but
bro,
sit
he
down, dog.
poisoned like a whole.
He fucking
castle
poisoned the
village.
whole fucking kingdom, dude.
Yeah,
That is fucking brutal, dude. That is in a video game.
yeah.
I saw people die in 16-bit as a kid, bro. That is freaking beyond me, dude. Kefka is brutal. And what was I gonna say? The music. So none of you have played the Pixel remaster?
No.
No.
Oh, but Aaron, you obviously you like part 6, and if you can, oh my god, play the remaster because the opera scene.
Oh
They
shit.
fucking sing. They sing.
Oh,
they sing.
shit.
There's
Did they
fucking
do this
li-
one?
and
Is this one in
check this out. Check this out. Not only do they sing, they have it in goddamn 7 different languages. Because I played it in Spanish. That bitch sang in Spanish, bro. It blew my mind, bro. I was not ready for that. I was like, okay, here we're gonna go. I'm gonna hear the English. Dude, she sings. They all sing in Spanish, bro. It's so beautiful.
See,
So
I wish they would
went out of
have.
their way for that shit.
I wish they would have done it in Octopath graphics, though.
Oh, man, that game. I feel like I have unfinished business with that game. Like I wanted to buy it at one point, but I was like 5 games deep that I couldn't buy it, and now it's kind of like past me, bro. But it always caught my eye, but I wasn't sure.
It's great.
Sure
I have not finished it just because I was playing on Switch and then I just stopped playing on Switch.
How long is it? Is it like a nice long game, or is it like a novelty game? Like, oh, it's for the boomers.
It's long. It's long, but you have to do all 8 origin paths. That's the problem.
Okay.
That's what gets kind
Okay.
of bummery.
Nice. But yeah, so those are the games that I'm currently playing. Is there another one? Let me see. No, Infernax. No. That's about it. Those are the current games I'm playing. I got my eye on. Oh, I beat. Well, I don't want to say I beat, but I'm at the final boss of Metroid Dread. But in my mind, I'm like, I beat this shit. I'm not trying to fucking learn this guy's fucking fights. His shit. His 3rd phase is too wild. Fuck this. I beat it. In my mind, I beat it. so, there's that, and then what was the other game? It doesn't come to mind. Oh, okay. So one game that I'm kind of like flirting with, and I'm like, oh, I want to kind of get it. Is that that Paper Mario? That second one, the what is it called? The
The 1,000-year door or something like that? No, there's
the Origami King or
Origami
some
King.
shit.
Yeah.
That looks really cool. I don't know if it just popped in my head. I know I wanted to get it a while ago when it came out. I was like, damn, I want to get this game. But like now that I'm kind of wrapping these games up, I'm like, I got to see what the next one is. And that one kind of looks pretty fun, man. I don't know. I like the Mario charm. So that's
Nice.
probably gonna be the next one. Let's see. As far as anime, yeah, you're right. I really can't talk about what I'm currently working on right now. I wish I could because it's pretty exciting. But I can tell you what I've watched. Like I was telling James, man, or you guys in general, jump on that Ranking of Kings, man. I'm telling you, it's really cool. It's got that. I don't want to mislead you guys and say it's got that Studio Ghibli type animation because
It's the
doesn't
design.
really, but it gives that vibe.
Yeah,
Kinda.
the main character's design is definitely Ghibli-esque. I was gonna say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's Ghibli-esque. But again, it's really good. It's really good. I'll give you like a short premise without ruining everything, but it's basically this kid who's born deaf and mute, and he's the heir to the throne. And then obviously some shit happens. He doesn't get the throne, and then blah blah blah. 22 episodes of amazingness. So you guys got to check it out. It's so fucking good. So Ranking of Kings, I finished seeing that one. What else did I watch? Jujutsu Kaisen. Let me tell you something. Are you guys Bleach fans?
I never
guys
got
watch
into
never
it.
seen it.
Never seen Bleach? Anybody? You,
No, I've
Aaron?
never seen
No,
it.
I've seen some
I
of
know
it, but I
of
never
it.
got deep.
Okay. Well, I did. It was like, I think they consider like part of the big three. What is it? One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. I think is what they consider the big three. Well, I saw Bleach. I saw a lot of it, and I will say, Jujutsu Kaisen does give me a lot of Bleach vibes. Obviously, it's way more modern, but the setup is kind of the same. You know, some guy that's not part of the Sorcerer clan all of a sudden is faced in this dilemma, and he kind of absorbs somebody's powers, and now he's a badass, and now he's part of this group, and he has to figure shit out. So it's kind of like that, but not really, but still. I saw it, and I guess maybe I was overly hyped because it's not a bad anime at all. But I don't know, I felt like I was a little bit underwhelmed to a certain degree.
Really?
But
I loved
I don't
it.
want to say it's bad because it's good. I enjoyed every episode. But the way everybody was, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. So I was like, oh shit, okay. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, cool. But it didn't give me like that Demon Slayer feeling, like, oh my god, I need to see more. Like, oh, but it was still good though. I still respect it.
See, I'm absolute opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the movie just dropped, right? And I heard it's a prequel. That's what I was
Oh,
told.
yeah. It's a
Jujutsu Kaisen
prequel
movie.
of the black-haired guy, right?
I don't know. I just know that it takes place before all these events from the anime that happens. So I'm committed. So I want to watch it. So I want to see what's up with that. What other anime have I watched? Let's see. I saw Fire Force. I still got to finish that one. That's a pretty good one. That's one of the
Yeah,
new ones.
I'm
Season 3 just got announced.
I'm like on season 2, and I got confused there too because it was like too much, time in between. I like forgot what was happening.
Yep,
Yeah.
same. I think I got to start from the beginning again. Yeah, I agree. Interesting concept. I like it. And then one that I'm currently watching, I think it's an old school one, but I'm hooked. It was recommended by a friend of mine. Your Lie in April. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one.
Nope.
It's a music anime. It's about piano players and classical musicians, and it's hilarious because it's like your typical anime where it's like, oh no, he's using this move and da, but it's just in the context of music. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
But it's cool. It's very charming. I'm into it. All the characters have their own like little struggles and shit. Oh, my past and oh shit, and that's why I play the way I play. And oh no, it's kind of like the story of this kid that is very by the book when he plays. Like he's like a Xerox machine. Like he was classically trained, and he's a nerd, outcast, nobody cared. But he was famous because he would win all these contests as a kid. But then something happened. I think his mom passes away. And I mean, that's what they lead you to believe. I don't know. I'm still watching it, and right now I'm uncovering new shit, so I don't even know what's going on anymore. But the point is that after his mom passes away, like he can't play the piano anymore. At some point while he's playing it, something happens in his brain, and like he just can't hear the notes anymore, and like it's pretty fucked up. But his day job is just transcribing music. That's what he does for a living. He just listens and he just writes the music, whatever. he's a loner, doesn't have anybody, one of those loser kids as usual. The main protagonist, oh, loser, nobody likes me, whatever. Boom, he meets this girl who's a violinist. And of course he falls in love. And of course the violinist is like this fucking freestyle chick that doesn't play she's all about, oh, you got to play from the heart. And this guy's, no, because, you got to read the music. And it's just that. I like it as a musician. I identify with a lot of both sides and stuff. So I'm kind of enjoying it. But it is pretty funny, to, your typical anime, the guy's he's in a concert, he's playing music, and then that whole inner dialogue, oh no, I gotta do this, and I gotta power up this, and it's pretty funny. But I'm enjoying it, and I think it's only one season, so that's kind of what sold me. Because again, I'm like, just give me some quick anime. I need to watch something that I can't invest. I'm already invested in like fucking 3 series that now I gotta wait. So it's pretty cool. And then, of course, apparently, I think in July, the season 6 of My Hero Academia drops, which is funny because I don't think I would have ever watched that if it wasn't that I had to work on it. So, of course, I consider like all my children, so like I gotta know what's happening and shit. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Bro, but, I'm obsessed with that one. That one is great for me, and it's such classic like shonen.
Yep.
I'm the worst. I have no powers, and everyone has powers, but it's so good. He's just so good. I love it.
Are you caught up? You're caught up on all the seasons?
Yeah. I know that the manga gets real crazy, but I'm not.
Oh, dude, yeah. There's gonna be some deaths. That's for sure. I have to read the manga because I need to know who to cast when I'm doing the Spanish stuff. I'm not gonna fucking give one of my best actors some character is gonna die 3 episodes later. So I kind of need to know what's going on. So I have like my little team because I read the manga, but I'm not a fucking I don't I'm not gonna. I won't lie. I don't read that shit like, oh, I can't wait for the next. No, I just kind of get the cliff notes a little bit. I watch a couple YouTube videos, and then I have my friend who plays Aizawa in the Spanish version, and he's super into the fucking manga. So every weekend he gives me the cliff notes. Hey, okay, so this happened, this is what to expect. I'm like, okay, awesome. So funny. We even have a Dropbox with all the, I guess like not a timeline, but one of those webs where he kind of, God bless his soul, he took the time. He loves this shit. And he drew like one of those. What the hell did they call those in creative writing?
Oh yeah,
classes?
what do they call them? It's like a web or a
web, and he basically connects, and he tells me how all the characters are connected and in what way and through which villain and whatever.
Like in Always Sunny, where what Charlie's doing, figure out the shit with the mailman.
I was gonna say that right now. Just picture the Always Sunny meme. That's exactly what we have on Dropbox, and he always updates it, dude. God bless his soul. If it wasn't
those are hard to make,
I'd be fucking lost, bro. So I keep up to date with all that. So if there's any anime that I know like pretty deep, it would probably be My Hero, but obviously because of my job and of course because I like it. But yeah, other than that, yeah, man, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Music, I do jam with a band, but we're kind of on one of the guitar players like finishing a course, so like we took like a month off, but we're gonna start back up again, and it's kind of like a metal pop band. The good thing about this band is that these guys are no BS. I get paid for rehearsals.
Oh shit!
Some of them have kids, so they're not trying to like, hey, let's sound original. They're like, yo, what the fuck sells? Let's do that. Let's go. And they got money to back it. So I'm like, hey, dude, I'm fucking in, bro. I'm in. I want to keep playing. I like the genre. The music's actually cool. The singer's good. Everybody brings it. Everybody's an adult. Everybody here knows what time it is. Nobody here's like, oh, let's do it to make it and hopefully in a tour. Let's fund our own tour. Like, no, these guys are just trying to find the quick way to, hit the market and keep going. And
nice.
I knew that they were legit when I recorded a music video with them, and within like 2 weeks, that shit hit 100,000 views. And I was like, God damn. It's all because of marketing. Because I don't think we're anything special. We're cookie cutter pop metal rock. You know what I'm saying? But they just have all the right tools. They got a bunch of people backing. I guess you could say it's kind of like a little mini label. It's like a label that focuses on Hispanic music, but the guy has like extra funds to allocate to like his shit, which is the rock shit. And we're kind of one of his bands that he's kind of pushing. And I'm more like a hired gun that has kind of been grandfathered in like into the group. Like, hey, yeah, we hired you, but you're kind of cool, bro. So yeah, you're part of the band. I'm like, hey, bro, whatever, bro. Just know that I'm only available certain days and we're good. And they're like, no problem. So again, because they're all adults, they know that they can't just be like, hey, man, we need to practice tomorrow. Drop what you're doing. No, dude, I know you have a life. I know you got kids and I know you have this.
Awesome.
So let me know when you're. Yeah, so it's big boy style. So I'm chilling. They don't really step on my toes. I don't step on their toes, and we chill. But
Very cool, dude. What's the name?
they're called AVAT, which stands for a victim, a target.
Okay.
And it's like I said, it's metal, but metal with on the like more on the commercial metal side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we still have our little intricate breakdowns and a couple little odd time signatures and shit, but the choruses are very open, so everybody can bob their head type stuff. But I enjoy playing it. It's not necessarily what I would have loved to play, but when I say that, I don't mean that I don't like it. I still love it. But obviously, as the producer always tells me, you just like music for musicians. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. Probably right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that about sums up what my doings have been
Cool,
as
man.
of late.
Should we hit the news? Because I know that other than that, we have Moon Knight to go over lately, latest Moon Knight. But I mean, we've got a couple of news stories here that have happened.
We can probably knock Moon Knight out because I know it's just gonna be you guys hating on it. So,
I'm not hating on it. Have you watched Moon Knight, Rams?
Man, I hope I'm not gonna say something blasphemous, but I've kind of like lost hope on that stuff, bro. So I kind of just go by what my friends tell me. Moon Knight is a series, right? It's not a movie. It's a series, right?
Yeah. 6
What
episodes.
what does have my attention is the fact that fucking Ethan Hawke is in that bitch, bro. I haven't seen him in a while, bro.
We had a good week with him last week because we saw The Northman, and he was, he's been in Moon Knight, so it's been nice.
Cool. I might give him a shot. I don't know too much about Moon Knight. I never followed him in the comics, but
yeah, it's kind of his
spoilers. You don't learn anything in the show either.
Kind of. It's kind of
this last episode.
Who he is.
You know everything except for who Ethan Hawke is. By the way, never mind. I take it.
Yeah.
5 out of 6 episodes in.
Yeah.
I did see that opening scene with Ethan Hawke and the glass and the shoes, and I was like, "Oh shit, this looks pretty tight." But that's about the extent that I've seen.
Yeah.
More than that.
So I guess we can go over the last episode. What is it, episode 5?
Yeah.
I mean, this one really gave a lot more answers, which
I'm so sorry. Where does this stream on again? I might
Disney Plus.
Disney
Plus.
Okay. Yeah. This one gave a lot more answers about what the fuck is going on. But not with. I mean, we know who Ethan Hawke is. He's Kumans or whatever, Qumran, whatever his fucking name is. His first avatar, who he did not, he did not like or whatever,
get along with or some shit. Yeah.
But this answered a lot, and like I said before this, I mean, I cried at this episode. I must be in a fragile emotional state. I've been crying a lot lately at movies and shows. Sometimes music makes me cry. It just all depends. But this one, I didn't.
Where are you?
I wept at Everything Everywhere All at Once. That movie had tears falling down my fucking face. And actually, my nephew, who's 19, told my sister, "Bro, I fucking cried at Everything Everywhere All at Once." I was like, "See, it's not just me." It's
I mean, I read that as well. I read someone online say that, so it's a
emo shit.
Yeah,
emotional movie.
Well, it's a family drama. Over again. That's like one of my favorite things.
God.
That meme, that guy singing that is.
I
great
love
to
it
me.
too, dude. I saved that shit.
That and I love the fucking on a wheeler, oh, it's another way, yeah. Anyways, yeah. This one hit me emotionally. I'm in. I like this show. I don't think it's not perfect. They definitely needed to either get to the point or make more episodes. Like either make it, I don't know. Like I feel like it was like 3 episodes of like what's going on, and then like here's everything right now in like 2 episodes.
Yeah, they definitely.
I feel like
wasted
WandaVision.
A lot of time for like 3 or 4 episodes.
I feel like WandaVision spread the mystery out better because this is like trying to be multiple things. It's trying to be like an Indiana Jones, national treasure adventure mixed with like mental health issues and family drama and a childhood trauma mixed with ancient Egyptian gods and all this stuff. And like they finally did give us the answer of who's the real original personality versus who's the
Gotta come original
offshoot. And we actually apparently saw a little bit of another altar in one scene. So
I heard about that. I don't know what it is, but I heard somebody told me, "Oh, and something happened that like, oh, foreshadows the shit."
yeah,
I'm
there's
like, "Oh."
another one that's I don't know, whatever. But
Wait, didn't I say that last week that was going to happen?
yeah, you did. But we did. It's not confirmed. It's just the guy's accent
Yeah.
was different than the other one, so I don't know.
Oh, really quick, can you confirm something with me? I think this already happened. Stop me if it didn't, but this from what I saw. Speaking of the Egyptian god thing, because that's the whole like shtick, right? With the Moon Knight, and he's connected,
Yeah,
right?
he's
So
like possessed by a god.
right, and what is this one that apparently is something with a bracelet or a staff that like it's kind of like Minority Report. Like if it reacts a certain way, you die because they know
He
you're
has
gonna be
a-
a bad person.
yeah,
like
it's a
what's that all about?
cane.
So can somebody break it down? Because somebody tried to explain it to me, and I was like, what? Like I don't get it.
So the guy that Ethan Hawke plays used to
Uh-huh.
be Moon Knight. Basically, he used to be the avatar
Oh.
of this Egyptian god, who's the god
Okay.
of the moon. Now he's the avatar for the bad lady, the bad god, and she judges people
right.
before they do bad things. So he used to judge Moon Knight's guy, Kamumaran, or whatever his stupid name is,
Yeah, it's some shit. I don't
Hashirama, or
remember it.
whatever his stupid name. He judges people. Like his job is to perform judgments on people, right? Like he kills them or whatever. This goddess wants to judge people before they make before they make
Minority
mistakes.
Report
Yes,
style.
yeah,
Got
it's
it.
Minority Report.
Got
And
it.
so yeah, that's the whole thing. He has this cane that
but-
he like.
But yes, that's what I want. That's what I don't understand. What is this cane business? Like, what does the cane do?
It's I don't really understand it, but he just holds your hands and the cane kind of tells you if you're.
It reacts
totally
a certain
bad.
way. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
But it's like everyone would die in that way. We've all done shitty things. Like
yeah,
literally
yeah.
everyone.
Doing
we've all
the-
had bad thoughts.
I think it's less the cane and more the what's it called? The weight thing.
Oh, like the scale.
The scales.
It almost felt like a water divining type of thing too, like a divining rod. 'Cause
Yeah, that's true.
it's interesting, but yeah, it's good. I mean, it's cool. Like I liked that. I like his tattoo kind of reacting because it does the scales on his tattoo. Again, I'm with you. I think Ethan Hawke needs to be fleshed out a bit more because he's a great actor and he's doing such a good job.
Yeah,
he's playing
he
like,
is.
he plays
I
the
heard
doctor.
that the directors plucked them out specifically for this part. Is what I heard.
Really?
Damn.
So-
Yeah, like they were like, "Yo, we wrote this for you."
Wow.
Bro,
And
you
a
didn't
lot of
even
those
watch
scenes-
this and you got more deets than
Well, that's
we
what I'm
do.
saying. It's because my friends are like pushing it on me. You know what I'm saying? And they know that I'm like
awesome.
I'm not a movie buff, but like I know like certain actors and what they've done. And when they fucking said Ethan Hawke, I perched. I'm like, what? So they knew, and they're like, oh, okay, and then this and this, and they kind of broke it down to me. So I kind of know a little bit.
I wish you would have been in the Northman more.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not enough to convince me to watch it yet. But I don't know. Maybe this will change tonight.
Bro,
you
the
guys,
Northman,
Yeah,
it stuck with me, dude. That Robert Eggers is a fucking great
God, I love that
director,
movie.
writer. We've got a new Ari Aster coming out this year with fucking Joaquin Phoenix as well. I'm like, fuck, dude.
ooh, that might be good.
Ari Aster is my shit, dude. We got Robert Eggers, Jordan Peele, and Ari Aster all releasing movies in the same year. That's fucking crazy.
Damn.
And there are my
And
three.
I'm sure Michael Bay too.
And
right?
actually, my other favorite, and Michael Bay had Ambulance come out this
Oh,
year.
he did.
And Ty West also had X come out this year. So all like my favorite working horror directors are releasing fucking movies. This is a good year to be me.
Nice.
Minus having Crohn's that I found out. But I mean, entertainment wise, been pretty good for me. Yeah. So, anyways, I just brought us down. Yeah, Moon Knight. I really liked this last episode. I think this is the first one that jumped out as like this fits in with the rest of these shows. I think like quality wise. And again, I'm with you, James. Like acting has been fucking awesome. Directing's been great. Visual effects have been great. It's just been the story's not as sharp, like honed, focused. I don't know.
It took too long to get like pull you into giving a
Yes.
shit about the character.
It works.
Like you can't be 5 episodes in and then start caring about the character, and then we have the 6th episode.
yes,
and
it
that's the
worked
end.
in WandaVision. It works in Falcon Winter Soldier because we have met those characters. You know what I mean? We've
we know
established
something.
Yeah.
We feel something.
Hawkeye, all of them work and they can be drawn out because you already love these characters. They're not introducing them. I think that is the problem here is we probably should have seen Stephen Grant / Mark Spector in something before, like maybe
Right.
somewhere in one of the other shows or whatever. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to finish it and see what happens. They changed.
I'm worried it's gonna be like a fast finish though,
Yeah.
and kind of I don't know. I'm worried.
Well, they did change a tweet today. Disney Plus did, or Marvel Studios. It originally said the series finale, and they changed it to season finale. So we're definitely getting more. Which, like, you don't get Oscar Isaac to be like, okay, well, we did one season and barely showed Moon Knight. Like,
Yeah.
he would. I mean,
Well, I expect Moon Knight to show up in the Blade,
Yes.
Blade,
Oh, the Blade show.
Daredevil,
yeah, Marvel
that
Knights or whatever.
universe They're kind
Yeah.
of forming
Dude, I'm
the
excited.
Dark Universe.
I'm excited for Blade. Mahershala Ali
Yeah.
was fucking fantastic as Cottonmouth. He's a great actor. I'm excited to see him get to be Blade. And those original Blade movies are fun, but I'm
Mhm.
excited to see him get like us get a darker Blade, But again,
Right.
it's probably
Hope
going to
so.
be fucking PG, so
Oh, it's true. So undo,
yeah.
edit, undo, because it's gonna be PG, bro.
More like more like
it's
PC, pretty crappy. I had
But
one for
yeah.
PG, but it wouldn't be PC.
Yeah, man. I don't know. The Moonlight. So I watched 4 and 5 this week, and halfway through 4, I was like, "Oh, they're doing it. They're getting me now." And then by the time I got halfway through 5, I was out again. So they kind of like I started the show wanting to like it. I was like, okay, there's after the first episode, cool. All right, let's go somewhere with this. And then it was just so slow for 3 episodes. 4th episode, I'm thinking I'm in now. I'm like, they got me. Like I almost texted you guys and said, okay, I'm in. But I was like, let me watch episode 5. And then halfway through 5, I was like, I'm done. I'm like I'm back out. Like I'll have to stay with it now so that I can finish it. But I mean, even halfway through Falcon Winter Soldier, I was like, all right, I'm in here. I like the characters. The show's a little corny and stuff like that, but
Mhm.
I at least I wanted to see the outcome. WandaVision also, WandaVision was great. Like WandaVision, I walked with that show completely the whole time. I didn't really think there was a low point. Maybe an episode
Yeah,
or
me neither.
here there, but WandaVision really was perfectly paced. And unfortunately, I never watched Loki.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I guess
my
I should
favorite one.
try it.
Dude,
I guess I should try it.
Loki, that fucking show makes you feel for Loki, which you never like. You've kind of like, he's a lovable character in the way of like he's like such an asshole and he's just a trickster, whatever. But this, I've really felt for him.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Nice. But we'll see. I'll keep watching it and see what happens. But I'm not happy about it.
But I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of at the same spot. I mean, I thought this was definitely the best episode we've gotten, but I also think, like, again, we have 6 episodes. I really didn't care until the 5th. Like, I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
Oh
Like,
shit!
I
The
love.
next one's
I
the
care in
last
the
one.
fact that I love Oscar. Yeah,
Oh
there's
fuck
only one
me!
episode.
Yeah, man. It's like, what have they established? I mean, I get they've literally established. I mean, just us getting comfortable with the character. I don't know.
That's why I
don't-
said I was worried about the ending being like super rushed, or being super nothing.
It's like
Yeah.
the whole 6 episodes is just an origin episode for the show. Like, okay, do we get the real show now? Like, what does Moon Knight do? What are his
Right.
like what is his? I always think of it like, what is the comic to comic? What's the gameplay loop? What does Moon Knight do? Like, I get this little story about the guy's got multiple personalities, and I get how he made up the multiple personalities now. And bad guy reads your feelings, and I get that, but what's the day to day? I don't know. I guess that's the problem. Is I'm always expecting kind of like an issue to issue monster of the week version of these heroes, and when I see like movies and stuff, because that's what comic books kind of are. It's like issue of the week, but these shows usually have to make like a weird one-off dilemma, and it's like, no, man, I want to see Batman sitting in his cave looking through his files and shit, being like, all right, let me see, like I want to see him like picking which goon to go after because the city's being ransacked all night, every night by multiple people. It's not like there's one doomsday device, or not, well, no pun intended, one, doom enemy thing happening at the moment that he has to address. It's like, no, there's a million things happening right now. He knows Catwoman's driving this fucking museum over here. He knows about all the freaking muggings and shit. He just ignores regular people mugging people. He has to go after the costume guys. But I don't know, like the Moon Knight thing is just it's a very nice looking show, and it's directed nicely and it's cool to watch. But I mean, I don't know, I'm not very invested. But yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
I think
Go ahead.
the ending is basically going to be either we're going to see him just unlock the Egyptian god guy again, like go set him free, or they're going to rush it and it's going to be set him free, go take out bad guy Ethan Hawke and deal with like the world ending scenario. And that, like, all of that in the one last episode after how like slow and like it just would be too much. I almost hope they do the slow route and just keep it consistently, not that great.
yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, let's move into some news.
Oh, dude.
Alrighty.
Real quick, I'm
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What's
Sorry
it?
to interrupt, dude, but there's something I completely forgot to mention that I think Jesse, you'll probably dig it too. You guys too, if you guys are Dark Souls fans. So this
Yeah.
I can talk about. So a buddy of mine lives in Mexico. He's a super close friend of mine who actually voiced Roddy, which is the main character in the My Hero Academia movie, in Spanish version. He's jumped on this crazy endeavor, and I'm kind of like helping him along, supporting him a little bit. And we've been hitting up like some of the top mods for these games to offer Spanish dubs for Spanish packs.
Oh, nice.
And we've been successful, dude. We're about to drop. I can't believe. I feel so horrible. We're about to drop Dark Souls 1. We already finished dubbing it, and it's
Whoa.
we're beta.
That's
We're beta,
awesome.
yeah, we're beta testing it right now because the thing is that most of these games, when they do a Spanish dub, they do European Spanish, and yeah, it's cool with Spanish, but they have a totally. It's like saying
Yeah.
English and British English. They're gonna have certain terminologies that we're gonna be like, what? Still English. But you get what I'm saying? Like, this is like Latin American Spanish, like from Latin America.
That's
Yeah.
so awesome.
Spanish from
And-
Spain is mad different. Son.
It's mad different, dude.
So it's so
what
weird.
we're trying to do, and if you guys are ever interested, like, we're just trying to get dudes to stream it, and obviously it's going to be all in Spanish. But I mean, you guys, I'm sure, have played the game, so you know what's going on. And yeah, man, it's basically top tier actors. It's top tier actors that have dubbed, and like, the voice of, for example, none of them come to my name, but none of them come to my head. But like, these are dudes that are
Solaire.
known in the Latin American industry, and they're all playing characters. I was lucky enough to play 2 characters. I play Engie,
Oh,
which
that's
is the
sweet.
guy Qualag, that little
Okay.
that little
Yeah,
guy,
yeah,
the little
yeah,
henchman
yeah.
guy. I
Oh,
played him.
nice.
I voiced him. I did all his dialogues, which is cool because you have to do all, obviously, because you know how this game is, all the different variations of dialogue. And I did Vamos, the skeleton blacksmith guy. So
Oh,
you can hear me on that stuff. And I don't know, the whole way it came through is like, it's an Italian modding company, and they released the Italian language pack, and my boy was like, I'm gonna hit these guys up. I'm thinking, whatever. He hits them up and he's like, hey, dude, so check this out. I can localize this into Latin American Spanish. I got everything you need. And the dude's like, all right, cool. Send us all the material, dude. And for like 2 or 3 months, we spent recording and mixing and EQing the
That's
stuff.
awesome.
And we've already sent them the stuff. So they're right now, the stage we're at is that they're currently like importing it into the game, making sure that the game doesn't like collapse and shit. Because unfortunately, it's only for Steam, because obviously it's for PC.
Mhm.
So you gotta download and patch it up. We're also working on Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, and
Oh, very
they
cool.
just dropped.
shit.
We just dropped the demo right now on YouTube. What's funny, I gotta talk to my boy because the name of his company is called Primera Llamada Locución de Doblaje. It's kind of fucking long, which pretty much means first call dubbing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, dude, we gotta pick something that rolls off the tongue a little easier, dude. But anyways,
it
just
definitely
wanted to let
rolls
you
off
guys.
somebody that can speak the language.
No,
and-
even in Spanish, that's way too fucking long. But whatever. Still, I'm super proud of him because he's doing all this. He has his little I hate using that. That's so diminutive. Oh, his little band. He has his little thing. No. He has his GoFundMe page, which is kind of starting up right now. So, but yeah, I just want to let you guys know because I know you guys are Dark Souls fans, and I'm so proud of this shit because like we legit recorded all these people remote. You know, like dudes were, and all this was for free, bro. Like everybody did it for the love. This is why it's so cool. Like we pitched the idea, and they're like, hell yeah, I'll do that shit. Hell yeah. And so, you know, we got everybody, Andre, freaking Solaire, like everybody has been dubbed.
So
We have a trailer already, which I'll send you guys later. We don't have to do it right now, but I'll send it to you guys later so you guys kind of guys hear like what it sounds like. But dude, it's super cool. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
That's actually pretty awesome. Like
That's
so
really
with the
awesome.
with the PC, like you can like, oh, this game doesn't offer the language, and you guys just say, fuck it, let's go do it ourselves.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome, man. Because I mean, I guess my privilege of knowing English, everything's pretty much made for us. But I
Right.
guess like
Exactly.
anime, like a lot of times when they like oh, I can't watch this anime because it's not dubbed yet.
Right.
Like, but that's how like Latin American kids feel all the time. Everything
All the time.
nothing's-
All the time.
like,
Absolutely.
especially video
I
games.
take it for
it's either-
granted.
it's either English or it's Japanese subs or dubs.
Absolutely. Like I remember when I would tell people, when I was first telling these people, like, oh, you never played Final Fantasy VI. What's wrong with you? And I'm like, dude, that shit was never dubbed in Spanish. These kids are gonna have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
And it's
they
all
just wouldn't
text.
Understand it.
They wouldn't
yeah.
get it. But yeah. So when I'll send you the trailer later, you guys can watch it. And when the patch drops, I'll let you
Mhm.
guys know. And then you guys could, if you guys want to, you guys try it out. I'm for sure gonna be streaming that shit. But to hear all my boys, all my friends, because all my friends, bro, it's crazy. It's all my friends. And this shit.
That would be
Very
awesome.
cool.
But yeah, I'll let you guys know.
Sweet, man.
Alrighty. Sweet. So some news. I'm gonna combine two of these. So we'll start strong with some PlayStation news.
Yeah.
So we got recent PlayStation Plus games and some of the games for the new streaming tiered system have dropped. So I'll do those first. So this month's PS Plus games hit and miss. So FIFA 22, huge miss for me, but globally it's a big deal. People like FIFA,
Yeah,
but
same.
I don't
was
care.
never a FIFA guy. Me neither.
And the other two games this month are Tribes of Midgard and Curse of the Dead Gods, which I was interested in both of them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play Tribes of Midgard because that's like a multiplayer kind of survival type game. It's like a Viking survival multiplayer thing. It looks cool.
Mm.
Yeah, look up Tribes of Midgard.
Doing that right now.
And yeah, it's like kind of like survival, but it looks kind of like Diablo-esque, and it's all obviously Viking themed. And then Curse of the Dead Gods, I'm not too sure. I believe it might be. Didn't you play it, Aaron?
Yeah, it's like a Hades, but
Yeah,
harder.
it's
It
like
was
Hades
hard.
is what I hear.
Very hard.
So that's this month's PlayStation Plus games, and just some of the stuff's come out of the PS Plus. How there's going to be the new PlayStation Plus Extra, and PlayStation Plus Premium. So the extra tier, some of the games that are going to be added onto that are going to be Death Stranding Director's Cut, God of War, Spider-Man Remastered, both versions of Miles Morales, MK11 Ultimate, and Returnal. Which is pretty good considering if somebody doesn't have a PS5 yet and they get their hands on a PlayStation 5 and they just subscribe to that service, they've got
Banging games, bro.
super banging games. They got Returnal, Death Stranding
Returnal's pretty
Director's
good,
Cut.
man. Caught me
Returnal's
off guard.
awesome.
Caught
Hell
me off
yeah.
guard.
There's a new patch now. They've expanded it. So it's got like a new mode. It's got co-op now. Supposedly co-op makes it way harder.
Oh, there's
But-
a co-op now?
Yeah, like full-on two-player mode now.
Oh shit.
So,
Okay.
and like a new area. Apparently, in the first zone of that game, there was like an unreachable area. It was like in the distance, you would see like this big door or this area. They put that there knowing they were going to turn that into DLC. Now you can get to it. And then also for the premium tier, how they said it'll be like games from PlayStation's history. It's pretty much Namco has dropped a couple of the games that they're going to be putting on that, and it's like Tekken 2, Ridge Racer, Mr. Driller. So really old school like PS1 games. I still feel like that last tier is going to be just for Sony fans who want to play those old games, unless they do something like add trophy support, Because I don't even know if they can do online multiplayer for like Tekken 2. So unless they add like trophy support, I don't really see a reason for like newer or younger people to want to play those unless they want to go back. I mean, I'm noticing on Reddit, people are collecting PS2 and PS3 games the way like 15, 20 years ago people were collecting like Dreamcast and Sega games and like Super Nintendo shit. So I guess older games like PS1, PS2 are being looked at the way that we used to look at Super Nintendo and Sega games, because I guess they are. It's the same shit, same thing how we were talking about before. Like all the music from when we were kids is like in grocery stores now. Like like it's fucking weird. Like old school classic soul music is like Genuine Pony. Like it's mad weird, son. But that's it about the PlayStation Plus stuff.
Wait, but so these are the different tiers, correct?
Yeah, so they're just gonna be regular PS Plus, which you get your 2 games a month.
What's gonna happen with the people that have PS Live or PS Now?
PS Now? Yeah. Okay, so actually that's
probably gonna merge, no?
Yeah, it's all merging. That was actually a story. I didn't put it, but I'll just explain it. So PlayStation Now is merging with PS Plus. That's what all this is. And they had this thing where if you were already subscribed to PlayStation Now, which is $60 a year.
Oh, they'll probably grandfather you in and shit.
They grandfather you in directly into Premium, which is $120 a year.
Oh shit.
So what a bunch of people did is they went and they bought like 5 years of PS Now at $60 a year.
Oh,
and now they're getting grandfathered in, boom, with 5 years of so they're basically saving $60 a year. And Sony was like, "Oh, it's fine. You know, if you have any kind of subscription, it will immediately just like stack over." And a bunch of people went and bought a ton of PS Now time. And so they shut it down. So as of right now, you can't.
You can't have nice things.
Yeah, as of right now, you can't subscribe to PS Now anymore because of that thing. Which I thought in my head, I was like, man, I should probably stack it because I mean, I'm a Sony fan and I want the full service.
Same.
And Sony's my only console, so it's not like. Yeah, it's not like I'm like, oh, I can't afford PlayStation.
I have a Switch, but still, Sony's my shit.
Yeah, and I mean, Switch is pretty easy. It's $20 for the whole year.
For the whole year,
for their shit. So, so I'm gonna get the premium shit anyways. But I thought like, oh, I'll just wait. But now I'm thinking like, damn, dog, like I should have maybe stacked a couple on there. But I don't mind. When it comes out, I'm just gonna give them 1 year to see what it's like and see if I really want. Because I mean, I'm gonna want to play some of those PS1 classics,
dude,
especially if we get some.
I'm dying to revisit Peace Walker, dude. You kidding me, bro? It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, especially and hopefully they do put that on there. I mean, hopefully we do get Peace Walker. If they're gonna put PSP games, they have to put Peace Walker.
Let me ask you something. I read somewhere, I could be wrong, but that supposedly they were gonna try to do some sort of emulator where you can play in your old discs on your PS5.
I doubt that, man.
Because that'll be a fucking slap in the face, bro. It'd be like,
yeah,
bitch, you had that technology this whole time. What the fuck?
They do. They just don't want to use
They
it.
totally do. They totally do.
Let's see here. So that's that one. Another quick one. Final Fantasy 16 is in its final stretch of development. So that's good.
I forgot about that shit. Holy shit, that's right.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're doing the thing that they do, man. They're going to drop a trailer and then we get the game 5 years later. So who knows? I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll probably see something about it this summer. I mean, aren't the Game Awards soon, or what's the next thing to happen? E3?
No, E3 is canceled.
It's canceled this year.
Yeah.
So,
crazy.
So we'll see. What the fuck happens with that? I'm pretty sure. I mean, they need to stop dropping these trailers like this because they gave us that Final Fantasy 16 trailer. By the time the game comes out, it's gonna look nothing like it.
I know, and I know you're right.
Yeah. So,
I do like that they're going back to the old Dungeons and Dragons because that's my shit. I love the fantasy tip.
Yeah, I'm happy it is going back to the fantasy and not just being more of like
Noctis.
I like
Noctis. I did. But I tell you one thing, like I had to psych myself out. Like when I started playing it, I was like, bro, what is this shit, bro? And then Vish actually sat me down and says, listen, Roms, it's a good game, but this is what you got to do. You just got to play it and pretend it's not a Final Fantasy game. I did that. I fucking loved it, bro.
I liked it a lot.
I liked
it. I did the right way. I prepped. I saw the animes, I saw the movie, and then I played the fucking game. So
that movie wasn't too bad either.
I didn't do any of that. I was lost, and I hated a lot of it. I hated I just don't. I want to like go get a new sword and like go out and adventure and have
How
like
dare
stuff.
you.
And it was just like, here's a ghost sword that you summon into your hand every 5 seconds. I'm
Yeah.
like, get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
That-
Like,
Yeah, that could have really made the game a lot better if they just had legendary weapons instead of ghost weapons.
Ghost
Yeah.
weapons,
Those stupid ghost swords and axe, you couldn't.
Yeah.
One, you couldn't see it when you were wielding it because it was a ghost thing.
Because it would just pop out when you were gonna attack. Right.
Yeah, man. If you just found like, oh, this is the sword of whatever and the axe of whatever, I think it was maybe a design choice so that they could just not have his weapon disappear into his back every time he put it away, and so you didn't have to carry around all the weapons. But I thought the ghost weapon thing was, I didn't really like that about it, that it was all this phasing and shit like that. But in the end, I really liked that game. It
Yeah.
does have a lot of flaws, but I
liked it. I like the soundtrack. I like the fighting.
Oh yeah,
I like the cooking.
oh yeah,
I enjoyed it. No, I enjoyed it, bro. I mean,
I loved it.
I talk crap, but still, like, it did take me a little bit to get into, but after a while, I was in. I liked it.
Yeah,
Did either
I'm
of you
still
guys
meaning
ever
to go
beat the
back.
giant turtle mountain thing?
yeah,
Dude, I never beat him.
I have the platinum. I platinum that game.
The
damn.
thing,
nice.
the thing with these games is that, like,
Adamant
again,
Twist.
this is some boomer shit. This is some dad shit I'm about to drop right now. But the minute they took away the turn-based, bro, it's never been the same for me. So it's kind of been a little bit getting used to the whole live action fighting. So, which I anticipate that 16 is probably gonna have that shit, and that's okay. I kind of got used to it and I like it, So 15 was probably my first experience of like, okay, I just gotta accept it. I gotta deal with it. It's never coming back. This is how it's gonna be. So by the time I played Part 7 Remake, I was like, okay, I like this. I like it again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Another quick one for anybody who played Vanillaware's. We play the Dragon's Crown, or Dragon's Crown was the beat 'em up game. Then there was Odin Sphere, Leaf Thrizer, which was a side-scrolling kind of side-scrolling beat 'em up RPG. They are also re-releasing Grim Grimoire, which is a side-scrolling like strategy RPG. So that's nice that that's getting re-released. I'll probably buy it and never play it. That's it. I mean, it's just like it's a really, like, that company makes really, really great looking games, and they have really incredible presentation, but I can never get through their games. I don't know why. But so yeah, Grim Grimoire is getting a remaster re-release. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Vanillaware. Another one I put on here just because I'm happy Rom seems to be happy about it, because it just seemed like such a cool thing, is River City Saga 3 Kingdoms.
Yes.
Which is, I was hoping more of a more modern, like River City Girls animated style, but River City Girls has such a great animated style. It's-
love River City Girls, bro. I love
Yeah,
it.
dude, that game is really
I already
great.
unlocked the
Can't wait.
boyfriends and everything. Oh no,
Mhm.
I love it. I love it.
I can't wait for part 2. It's coming out soon. I don't know when, but soon. So we'll have a fully fledged sequel. River City Girls is like, I think, is like a really special game that doesn't get called out as much as it
bro.
should.
I agree, bro.
It's
I
really,
agree.
really good. The music is like
Great.
perfect.
I covered the intro song with a friend
Yeah.
of mine. It's
Yeah,
great. I freaking am all about that game. I love it. I love it.
It plays really well. The enemy types are awesome. It's a very awesome throwback to like Streets of Rage and Final Fight
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. And it's got leveling and move unlock.
And if you guys are fans of the original NES one, which I did, I beat it. It's got some throwback songs, like remixes of the songs from the first one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, also it has all the Double Dragon joints.
Yeah.
It's got Billy and Jimmy running
As
gym.
the shop. Yeah,
It's
the
got
gym. That's right.
Skullo,
Yeah.
dude, Skullmageddon or Skull, whatever.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
the pawn shop guy.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, so this
I
is
love
River
that universe. I love that.
Yeah,
universe.
so but this is in the Kunio-kun universe, the River City universe. So most of those games are done in the old NES graphics, which I don't particularly like too much. But it's fine. It's still fun. But this is like a River
Novelty.
City. It's like a River City cross Romance of the Three Kingdoms. So it's almost like an NES River City game cross Dynasty Warriors.
Right. My question is this somewhere? Is this like canon or is this just some
I
random
think this
shit?
is some dream shit, bro. I think this is
Okay.
just like a fun dream game.
Like a Super Mario
So-
2.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool game. It's like something that like if Keith heard, he'd
It looks
probably be
great.
into.
I saw the trailer and I was like, "Wow, how did I not know of this?" I love it.
Yeah.
It looks pretty fun.
Very cool. Another big showcase coming up. So June 12th, we're going to be getting a big Xbox Bethesda showcase. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get some stuff. It looks kind of obvious that we'll get some Starfield, hopefully, because it's all stars and
I would assume by now, yes.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
I would hope
Starfield,
so.
what's up with Star Citizen? I haven't heard anything from those guys. in a
Nothing,
bit.
dude. It's called feature creep. They're just getting more money. People are buying
God.
$40,000 packs of ships. The game has made
That's crazy.
$400 million, and there is a game you can play, but it's not the game. They've put parts of it out, and then they made that. They started working on that Squadron 46. That game's a fucking scam. And I say
Really?
that
Yikes.
having put $300
Firefest?
into fucking Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, which is still not out. And I know a lot of people think that's a
Firefest
scam.
style. Damn.
Yeah. But at least Pantheon, they give us updates every month. You get a stream once a month, a newsletter. There's like all kinds of, they do all kinds of stuff. At least I know they're working on it. And if it doesn't come out, it doesn't come out. But like Star Citizen is very clearly a scam
That's
Yeah.
just been in development like forever.
since 2012.
Damn.
Jeez.
I don't know, man. But yeah, so the Bethesda showcase, we'll see. I mean, hopefully maybe they'll show some Deathloop and Tokyo Ghoul or whatever it's called for Xbox. Even those are PlayStation timed exclusives. I'm pretty sure they're gonna at least announce dates or windows for when those games will come to Game Pass with expanded versions.
Still
But
hoping
yeah,
for Fallout 5 announcement.
I mean, do they have the space for that with all the other big shit they're doing? Do you think they have the space to make something that
just
big?
an announcement. Just that they plan to. That's all I want.
Oh, okay. Like the Skyrim 6 announcement, even though we're still not going to get it for another 5-7 years.
Oh my god. Or Final Fantasy 7
yeah.
second part.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Uh,
Jesus, dude. Final Fantasy Remake Part 2. Ugh.
Woof.
Next one for Aaron. Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 1 through 4, and Trails into Reverie complete box.
what is
Has
that?
been announced.
Somebody please explain that to me. I was trying to read up on this. I've never heard of this game. Is this a remake?
It's
Is it a
an
new
anime.
game?
It's an RPG series Aaron is into. It's also an RPG series that seems to have been kind of picking up steam in the last few years.
Is it turn
I
based?
don't-
Yes. So the
Ooh,
Kudo no
okay.
Kiseki, the
I'm at
newest
attention.
one,
You got my attention.
the newest one's moving to be hybrid. You'll be able to stop and actually and they've shown videos and it actually looks good. Not like Final Fantasy VII Remake where they're like, you can play turn based and it's fucking
And
trash.
it's not. Yeah,
It's
yeah, I know what
absolute
you mean.
ass.
They mean
Uh,
you can pause to heal.
yeah,
Basically.
this you
Yeah.
can literally press a button and it turns into turn-based mode. The same grid-based,
shit.
turn-based that it was for all the other games. But so
Looks very
Legend-
Xenosaga-ish.
Legend of Heroes is a giant RPG series that started back in like the Famicom days, maybe even earlier.
What? How did I not hear about this? Interesting.
But they never really ported them until PSP, where they started bringing the more mainline games. And so there was originally a 3-game series on PSP that is not related to this. And then they brought out Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. And it's the first arc of what's now 9 games going into be 10 and 11 soon.
Shit. Okay.
So, and they all tell separate stories within the same world, all within different countries that are all interacting and at war with each other, and they all interact. They all touch each other. There's like characters that cross and all this shit. It's amazing. But I'm on Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3, and then there's 4, and then Hajimari, which will be Trails into Reverie, will be out next year, hopefully.
Okay.
They're great, man. They're
It sounds
very,
like something I could get into. Okay.
they're very story focused.
Nice.
Trails in the Sky, first chapter and second chapter are probably my favorite. They're like old school style graphics. They're like updated. So they're like the PSP era sprites.
Okay.
And then so there's Trails in the Sky is 3 games. So it's first chapter, second chapter, and the third. The third is like a side chapter that's like 70 hours, but it goes through all these different side stories of all the characters from the first 2 games, and they're all there, and there's a whole big story, but you learn a lot more. Like, it's a lot of character building. And then there's the Crossbell games, which are 2 games that never came to the US. They're coming this year, I believe. They're finally localizing them on PS4 and PS5. And those are great. That's like you play cops, and there's a lot going on there. It's all fantasy stuff still, but you're like the local cops in this town of Crossbell, which sits between 2 warring nations that are both trying to take them over. And then you get the Trails of Cold Steel, which is one of those 2 nations. You play students in a military school there, and it goes wild. So really cool. It's a very cool series, and if you can get in it, you'll be hooked. I've been
Sounds
playing
cool. So this box set 1 through 4.
Japan only though.
Trails into Revere coming. Are these the Famicom ones, or this is some
No,
new
this
shit?
is the new stuff, the newer
Okay.
stuff. So PS3 to now.
Yeah,
basically.
okay. Do you need to play any of the Famicom shit to know what's going on, or not really? Or these are good to stand alone for the most part?
So Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2, not necessarily, though 2 does cross into the Crossbell games. You go to the city of Crossbell and you see some of those characters, and events are happening from Trails to Azure. You're seeing it from the other side of the border.
The other
basically.
side. Okay.
There's like
okay.
this tree that shows up that's like a god tree in the second game of the Crossbell games, and you see that part of it happening. And there's these mechs that are in there that you were seeing, like the Xenogears looking things. One of them can change like spatial magic, and it blows up like all these crazy cannons at a border, and that is the border of the country you're in the Cold Steel games. So there's a lot to it, and then characters come through. You really should play all of them, and they're worth it. Trails in the Sky 1 and 2 are fucking awesome. Trails in the Sky 1 is super mellow. It's like a slice of life almost, and then it starts to open up, and you get this broader world, and then it has like kind of a cliffhanger, and then part 2 is just fucking balls to the walls.
I'm looking
they're
at
on
just
Steam.
The menus, and they look already awesome.
Yeah. So the first 3 are on Steam, and then Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure are both coming this year, and they'll come, I believe, to Steam and PS4, PS5. So they're getting localized, and those are great, man. I've really loved all those. Cold Steel is a little slow. The Cold Steel games, they all start really slow to me, where the other ones kind of pick up faster. This has more of like the persona, like got to go to school and do school shit, and then there's like whatever. But they still tell a really broad, good story, and there's still like multiple countries we're gonna go to for more arcs. So I'm very excited for more. Kudo no Kiseki is the first of the Calvard arc, which is the other warring country. So I'm very excited to see where that goes to, and that one's the one that's going into more of an action RPG with turn-based controls as well.
Sick.
And they release new games once a year in Japan, but we don't get them but once every 3 years. Because they are dictionary-sized scripts that they have to localize.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the localization's insane. So
nice.
And they're all like 50 to 80 hours each.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty, 3 more. Two are some sale news. So there's a rumor at Warner Brothers is looking to sell, basically to sell, which would include like NetherRealm Studios and stuff like that. But it's not to like another game company. I believe it's to, what was the word? What was it? Like some other kind of companies looking to buy Warner Brothers. Let's see here again. What was the thing I was thinking of? Anyways, Warner Brothers is looking to sell off like NetherRealm and shit, which is kind of risky. Oh no, what it was is there's a lot of companies that are looking to possibly purchase. So the companies that are interested in possibly purchasing Warner Brothers, which is going to include like the fucking Batman games, Mortal Kombat, NetherRealm Studios, Injustice, all that shit, all the DC stuff, are EA, Take-Two, Microsoft, Sony, Tencent, NetEase, PUBG Corp, are interested companies. They're all looking at Warner Brothers. I don't know how I feel because I mean I would like the Batman games to remain safe. I also would like the Batman games to remain multi-platform.
Right.
Like I wouldn't want to see it taken from anybody really because those games
Yeah.
are pretty awesome and they're like I already feel bad enough that Spider-Man is a consoles exclusive. I don't really feel I wish that there was some kind of like monopoly rule like hey man, you can't take something as big as Spider-Man or Superman or Batman and lock it to a console. Um so I already feel kind of bad because I mean I'm not gonna lie, man, dude. Spider-Man is a fucking incredible game, and we have two of them. Miles Morales is so great, and I'm hoping one day they do something to, bring it out to the world. Or, I mean, in the end, I guess it's a reason to come play, on the PlayStation. But,
At least give it to us on PC.
yeah, exactly. At least put it on PC proper. That way. I think a lot of companies, like a lot of Japanese companies, also don't like putting their shit on PC because just the modability. They're gonna crack your game. They're gonna see your code. Someone's gonna put a naked Lara Croft in it for some reason. But yeah, so Warner
And-
Brothers is right now. Warner Brothers is looking to sell, and I think it's kind of a bummer. But then again, you never know if they can't manage their company anymore. I guess I just hope it goes to somebody good. Obviously, really hope it doesn't go to Tencent. But I don't know who I would want to take it because I wouldn't want EA to take it, obviously.
No.
But and I don't want Sony or Microsoft to take it. I guess maybe Take-Two, but I don't know because Take-Two that's GTA people. I'm not sure who I'd want to take it. I'm completely confused. So I'm not sure. I don't know.
Right.
Unless you guys have anything else to say about that. What I think is a pretty large story is Square Enix has sold Crystal Dynamics. So Crystal Dynamics now belongs to I know the name, it's on my head.
I know.
Embracer Group. So Square has sold Crystal Dynamics. They have sold off Tomb Raider, Deus Ex. They have sold it to Thief. They've sold it to Embracer Group. This is the part I don't understand. They sold it for $300 million, which I believe is way too cheap. But then again, Insomniac, Sony bought Insomniac for $300 million, I think, or something like that. But this isn't bad. Embracer is a Swedish-based company. They have Gearbox, THQ Nordic, Saber Interactive. So those are some pretty good companies that put out some dope shit. They also they're a comic book. They own Dark Horse. They own Asmodee. I don't know. That's some kind of tabletop game. But yes, Square just got rid of Crystal Dynamics, which I understand. Crystal Dynamics did make Avengers, but they also make Tomb Raider and they also made Guardians of the Galaxy. So I think it's pretty surprising that out of nowhere, Square Enix just sold this major part of their gaming
Yeah,
infrastructure.
I feel like none of them have really went nuts though, money wise. So I could see it.
The Tomb Raiders did pretty well.
They didn't
But-
go gangbusters though. Like I can see them selling it and just letting that go.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing is they just announced that the sequel. They're working on the sequel to Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the fourth in the series now, and it's being built on Unreal 5, which is pretty exciting. This game's going to be pretty awesome. So I am really highly looking forward to that. I actually do need to restart Shadow of the Tomb Raider and play through it completely. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer that they've sold it, but I think it's fine because they never really merged the Square Enix-ness into any of those games. So I never saw any crossover or anything like that. Lara Croft never had a fucking Final Fantasy t-shirt or anything. So it's fine, I guess. I just hope that at least this time it's still with another gaming company, so
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But they pretty much sold off Eidos, Crystal Dynamics, and Square Enix Montreal. So RIP in peace.
Right.
And last news is a rumor, which I don't think it's rumor. I think it's real. I've been hearing it everywhere, is that Twitch will be lowering partner payouts from 70-30 to 50-50, which makes sense because they want more money. I mean,
And they're removing the
basically-
friends list as well.
So they're adding more ads. The only thing they're gonna do that's positive would be removing exclusivity, because then you can stream on multiple platforms at the same time.
True.
And still
StreamYard, that
be
shit.
Yeah.
partner or whatever. But I don't know. Like, I watched some like guys breaking this thing down, and it's like basically really showing signs that Amazon's just gonna like kill Twitch within the next couple years. Like, they're making a cash grab,
Ugh.
because it's just not. They haven't really been making any money since they took over and bought it
Mhm.
out. And so all signs are showing that it's but mostly just going to be like this last ditch cash grab for the next couple years, like 2-3 years. He really thinks it's going to probably die. And I mean, it's really heading that way. I mean, I think everybody can see it. YouTube is continually growing faster and faster. Facebook gaming's just kind of stalled at what it is, but I mean, YouTube's like foreseeably the future of streaming, honestly. I mean, I see people streaming on TikTok now, like big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TikTok already released their, what is it called? That RTMP, I think, which so you can put into your OBS so you can stream.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw a dude last night, this guy from this band called Ningento, which is like a gent band that plays Nintendo music. They're pretty dope. He was trying to set up, he was streaming himself playing some Guitar Hero, and he brought that up, that he was trying to stream through TikTok and it wasn't working, whatever. And I was like, oh, I wonder what the fuck does he mean by streaming on TikTok? And I guess that's what he means, that they can stream on fucking Tacky Tack.
So a lot of people were just like setting up a mirror or something like that and showing their game screen like with their phone and shit. But now, like Rom said, it's basically like, you know, they have an interface set up more or less, so you can do it on the phone pretty easily and stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, man, it seems like Twitch is heading down the toilet real fast.
Yeah.
That sucks. I mean, I'm good as long as we have some, as long as there's something that people are using, I don't care. I'm not going to die on the hill for some fucking company that.
It's so funny how
That do
blatant
shit
it
for
is,
me.
though. Like they're putting the, they're putting saying the quiet part out loud or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of, so the guy I was watching breaking down some stuff from what he's like researched, he really thinks the next big thing is gonna be they're gonna remove the like ad-free viewing from subs, and then like basically the only thing Twitch has over YouTube is the Prime sub. Like that's like the biggest reason people stick with Twitch, is just because you have that free, you can gain people's Prime subs really quite easily because it doesn't cost them anything.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And that's
YouTube's already
creating
doing a
revenue.
70-30. Yeah, exactly. And YouTube does 70-30 already. You basically can set up, you know, playlists and like all your VODs, like, or all your streams turn into a VOD after you're done, like real simple. Like it's just becoming, you know, the best way, except for that one thing, the Prime sub. If they can find some way where like if somebody has the YouTube premium, they get a free sub or something like that, they'll just completely pull everybody over, like large streamer wise,
Yeah.
potentially. But yeah, that's about
Word.
it.
Yeah, that's all the news we have for today, I believe.
We have one comment to read from a good friend of the show, and then we can wrap her up. So Nana wrote in and said, "What spring anime are you guys watching? Highly recommend Spy Family. Other than Bleach, what anime is Romulo looking forward to coming out this year?"
Dude, that I'm seeing that name pop up a lot, man. Spy Family, I gotta check it out. A lot of people are
Same.
talking about it.
Yeah, I see it all the time, and it's one of those
A lot of
ones that I'm
people
like,
talking about it.
I want to start it
So-
when it's done.
Not to like make this too much longer, but so how did the anime season thing work? So he's talking about a spring season. Like, how does that work?
No
there,
idea.
Like times of the year I need to watch for, like for my new stuff to drop, type of thing.
Good question.
I think he means like it's spring.
Yeah.
What are
That
you
just
watching
dropped.
this spring?
Oh,
Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
know if it was like
maybe-
a common time for like new drops and
I was
stuff.
gonna say maybe it is, and I just never paid attention. You know what I mean? Like maybe springtime is
Same.
when they all drop. So I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm watching. I'm watching Skeleton in Armor. That'll be my new spring anime, I guess. And I'll probably start Spy Family. I need to watch the rest of Attack on Titan. I don't know. I'm pretty far in. I think I have only a couple episodes left, so I should probably finish that, and then
Ranking of Kings.
I'll finish Demon Slayer, and then I'll do Ranking of Kings too. Yeah, those are all coming.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get through Cowboy Bebop.
What?
Yeah, I've never seen it. So I'm trying to watch it. And I
Okay,
think
I'm not
it's
gonna
really
react because
good.
I'm pretty sure a bunch of people have reacted
Yeah,
when you
trust
told them
me,
that.
yeah,
So I'm gonna
it's-
save it.
No,
But
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
That's
I haven't
me.
seen.
That's my all-time favorite anime. It's my all-time favorite
Yeah.
anime.
And I watched the first 2 episodes, and the animation is great. I really like how it's short, and I don't have to get it's not too intimidating. So I've been trying to watch that. It's just real hard for me to watch things. My attention span's real low, and I'm trying to watch Neon Genesis Evangelion because I've never seen that either.
Oof, that's a good
Really,
one.
bro?
But
You want to fucking have, dude? That's some dark shit too, bro.
that
That's a
main
good one.
character is the worst main character of all time, though.
Is his name
Shinji?
Is his name?
Shinji's like the
Shinji.
only
Yeah,
main
I've seen
character.
the first episode like a million times, but I'm trying to get through it.
Shinji's the only main character I've ever actively wanted to die in.
Oh my
Anime.
god! You know what? Hey, how about this? I could pitch one for you. It's a nice, real quick, edible one. Just 12 episodes, no season 2. We dubbed it in Spanish, but feel free to watch it in English or in Japanese. It's really good. It's a big boy anime. It's called Akudama Drive.
Okay,
It's
I've heard of that.
It's basically Reservoir Dogs, but fucking
Oh,
awesome,
nice.
bro. Awesome.
I've heard of that a lot. Akudama Drive.
It's really good. We dubbed it in Spanish, and it dropped 2020, so it's relatively new. And I think it's original. I don't think it comes from a manga. It's just like, here you go, boom. The
It's
same
just 12 episodes.
12 episodes. And it ends. There's no season 2. Done. 12 episodes done.
really?
No
It's
fillers.
action
Every episode is a
cyberpunk.
banger, bro. Every episode's a banger. And I think it's you guys familiar with that other anime dog? It's a video game, Dog Rampa or some shit like that.
Oh,
Danganronpa?
Danganronpa. Yeah.
That one. It's the same people that did that shit.
Oh, nice.
They made this anime, so you're gonna see familiar like art style.
Okay.
The colors are beautiful, and it's cool, man. Same deal. It's basically Reservoir Dogs style. It's just a bunch of top-notch hoodlums that get hired to do a gig, and none of them know that they're all hired. So then when they all meet up to the same place, they're like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" "Oh, I got called here too. By who? By who?" And the main character is this girl. They call her Ordinary Girl because it's so cool. Because just like Reservoir Dogs, they don't have real names. It's Courier, the Doctor, the Hacker. Just like Mr. Pink, whatever. It's fucking awesome. And the main character, she's just an ordinary girl, and she gets caught up and runs into this building at the same time that all these bad guys are there. And then she lies and says she's a gangster, and then she has to kind of like tag along through the whole shit. It's really good. It's really good. You should definitely check it out. It's definitely like not like, hey, wouldn't have those little funny moments. You know what I'm saying? No, it's straight legit action packed. It's really good.
Nice.
Very cool. I'll check it
So-
out.
It looks like there's like seasons of new animes dropping. There's like spring, summer, and winter is like
Okay.
major
Interesting.
dropping points.
Okay.
Because I'm on this website and it has like the spring 22 drops, summer 22 drops, and winter.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see anything on the spring list, so I mean, I'm probably gonna be just like hard focusing like Attack on Titan. And I need to get through Naruto Shippuden because I want to. But I'm gonna probably have to do the list on that because it's just it's just so much filler in all of them. Especially Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto's
Oh, boy.
filler king of all time. It's bad. Cool. Yeah, I should probably watch Bleach at some point. I think I watched the first season, but I remember people saying there's a lot of filler in that too. So, but I don't know. Someone was bitching at me on stream when I said it was too fillery. I forget who it was.
Yeah.
They were pissed off at me. I was like, all right. I mean, I didn't watch it, so chill. But yeah, cool. Nana, we love you. Glad to hear from you. And I think that's it. Roms, thank you for being on again.
Dude,
Yeah,
always
yeah.
the pleasure, man. Whenever you guys want to nerd out, I'm here, man.
Yeah.
I'm down to just even just listen, dude. I mean, I listen to the podcast, but it's cool to hear you guys in real time.
Of course. Of course. And
Fuck yeah, dude.
let them know where to find you on Twitch because you do stream pretty often, actually. You stream pretty
Yeah,
regularly.
pimp all your stuff.
Cool. It's basically the same screen name for everywhere, whether it be Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. It's Drums. That's DR0 MZ. That's it. DR0 MZ. No, but for Twitch though, because apparently somebody took that name, it's DR0 MZ _. But it's the same thing. And I stream there. It's funny because like now my community is diverse in the sense that we got English and Spanish speakers, so it's everybody's welcome. And Portuguese. If you speak Portuguese, come on in. We speak all whatever languages you can, and we'll make it work. We'll Google Translate that shit. We stream. I tend to stream. I try to stream twice a week. But you guys are killing it, man. I wish I could stream it. But every time I come, I get the notification. I'm like tight. And believe it or not, I'm always lurking. I may not comment, but I'm always there lurking. That's how I saw you playing that game the other day. But yeah, usually Fridays I say for Final Fantasy, so I call it Final Fantasy Fridays. And then Saturday or Tuesday I just stream whatever fucking random game I feel like it. But yeah, you can find me on Twitch under that name.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
And you already know, catch us at Twitch, Nerds the Podcast. IG is Nerd Podcast. You can catch my shit at Jester954 on Instagram. Go watch the Contrarian video.
Yeah.
There's
And-
a website called Linktree/Nerds the Podcast. It'll have the links to all our Instagrams, our
Yeah, that's true.
merch, our Twitch, Facebook, everything. All the links are there.
And give our
Yeah.
YouTube some love. There's some videos going out.
Oh, that's true. We're now uploading to YouTube thanks to James.
A friend
You
of
guys
mine.
have a YouTube account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nerds the Podcast,
Fucking finding
YouTube.com.
it right now, bro.
A friend of mine
shit.
messaged me randomly and was like, why the fuck am I scrolling on TikTok and then a video of you talking about a guy fucking a horse comes up? And I was like,
What is it called again? What?
Nerds the
Nerds the
Podcast.
Podcast. Yeah.
The
It doesn't
Oh,
pop
man.
up great yet. But
No,
Yeah,
no,
'cause we
I
don't have
just
a lot of
got
content.
The Nerds. I don't know who that is.
yeah, it's
I'll find
if
it
you
and I'll
scroll
send it to
down
you.
it pops up, yeah.
Nerd on the podcast. That's what you guys.
No, I'll send you a link later.
I don't know about you.
Um,
These phonies.
but fuck yeah, man.
Yeah,
I
we love
guess,
you guys.
that's it.
We'll be back in a week, and Roms will have you on more often than the.
Let me know, man.
once
I'll
every-
be happy to just sit here and listen, dude. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Bro,
I love
do
it.
not downplay our return in a week. Doctor Strange 2, dude.
Oh fuck, you're right. Doctor Strange
Oh,
2
that's
this weekend.
true.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Doctor Strange 2 next week.
An actual episode with content. I mean, not that Roms your content, but I mean, we didn't have shit to talk about other than like what we like in our lives. you
We'll
know?
Yeah.
We'll talk Doctor Strange 2. We'll talk finale of Moon Knight.
Moon
which
Knight.
Hey.
Yeah, man. I'll try to catch up on Halo if I remember to do it, but I kind of don't really care. So
Yeah, I'll try to beat Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying Halo's not been great.
It's kind of. I think there was a
it's
problem.
flat.
Yeah.
It's also like the creators of the show like straight up pretty much outright were like, yeah, so like we didn't play the game and we're not taking the game into consideration. We're just
Right.
making up our own story.
They're really pushing. They're like fighting against it being like the game in any way.
Yeah, dog. They literally were like, we're not going to take in any of the game
Or
canon.
books or anything. Yeah.
None of it. They just took the name Halo and the design of Master Chief and then made up their own Space Marine show and
Yeah.
literally said we don't want to watch. We're not going to do it about the game. We're making up our own story.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It's very true.
It's funny.
Yeah, dog. That's some bullshit.
Well, we love
Anyways.
you. We have an exciting week coming up, Roms. We will see you in streams. I sometimes jump in yours, but you're speaking a lot of Spanish, so I just kind of play
It's
video
all
games.
good, man. Say what's up. I know it's you.
Yeah,
Don't
still
worry.
say what's up. Whenever I go in there, they're super
Yeah.
nice, man. Ram's community is very, very nice.
They know you. They call you El Cantante. That's how they
Yeah.
know you. That's what they know you as.
El Cantante.
So
They used to call me the Brujo, but now I'm El Brujo Especial.
El Brujo Especial. Nice. But yeah, and like I said, I have a hybrid, so there's a lot of English speakers there all the time. So you'll be fine next time.
I watched this girl who does Dark Souls stuff, and she's German, but she speaks English. And I was watching her play Sekiro, and then I said something like, "I have no idea what you guys are saying, but you're fucking good at Sekiro." And she was like, "Oh, hey, I know English too. Like, I'll say some shit." Her name is Glitch Liz, and she's fucking awesome. She's just like some weird German girl who plays a bunch of FromSoft games. So, anyways,
Sick.
we love you. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm tired. Goodbye.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
Take
guys.
care of yourselves, guys.
You guys
Later,
are
Roms.
amazing.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye. Bye.